Hello and a very good morning. Welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
And I'm Sean Crawley.
Together we're Shayley, but together, well, we're not just together alone today.
That was quite a lot of words there. Together alone, we're not alone is what you meant to say.
We're not alone.
No.
We are together, but there's more of us.
Joe is here, Chef Joe.
How are you, my lovely?
Good, you. So lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you, my lovely.
Great to be back with you.
We're in the kitchen with Joe and with Tower.
Yes, indeed.
And what a deal we've got for you. We're going to get some details on the screen.
A little bit market beating.
Market beating price that we've got for you. For an air fryer, but it's got the latest innovation.
It really is. It's a style of air fryer that everyone wants because it's going to take up less space. So we're talking about saving you about 30% on your worktop space, but also it's got a massive capacity. So 2 drawers, each of them are 5.5 litres, which is great. We're talking about saving up to 70% on energy, cooking up to 30% faster, using up to 99% less oil as well. All from a brand that's been around over 100 years and give you a 3-year guarantee too. It is the style of air fryer that everyone's got.
And if you've never air fried before, the taste of the food is amazing. And on a whole, you use no oil at all, or the smallest amount of oil. So it's like having low-fat chips, or have a look at that chicken.
The perfect chicken.
Absolutely, roasting a whole chicken in here, which is what I'm doing at the moment. So you can see you've got a whole chicken in this basket. So it's 5.5 litres in size, each of these baskets. So if you want to roast a whole chicken, you can absolutely do that. But this is not just about doing parts of a meal, as you know, air fryers so often are, because in here what we can do is we can also be doing the rest of our meal as well. So I've got some delicious roast potatoes.
And low-fat roast potatoes, because you wouldn't have used a lot of oil, would you, there?
Just a tablespoon of oil for about 1 to 1.3 kilos
of
food. Absolutely, they do. Now, the other thing I love about this is what you've got is the ability to basically program it and have everything finished together at the same time. So the roasties in here take about 35 minutes. The chicken takes an hour. You don't need to come back and turn it on. It will actually finish together for you. So you've got the smart finish function on there. So as long as you press that before you press start, what that means is everything will always be done at the right time.
So it lines everything up.
So you don't have to try and remember what time did I put the chicken in, what time did I put the roast potatoes in, when should I do that. It will actually do all of that for you. So it is smart cooking, and it is smart cooking because it's a healthier way to cook, but it is the taste that will blow you away time and time again.
And it's not just the regular things you do in your oven. You can bake in here, you can do cookies, you can do cakes if you want to. Everything you do in the oven, but using less energy and less oil and fat. And the price is absolutely spectacular. If you've not shopped before, 440910 is the item number. shopontv.co.uk is the easiest way to shop, but you can order on the phone. 03333 241 241. Chips that taste like those homemade deep fried chips, but with no oil or
fish
fat.
and chip shop chips, but they're low fat chips, honestly, because a potato isn't unhealthy. We have a jacket potato and some amazing jacket potatoes coming up, and we'll think that's a healthy meal. So the potato isn't full of calories. It's actually the oil we cook them in normally that gives them all the calories. So you have got low fat, super tasty, super hot, gorgeous chips.
Absolutely, you have. Now, regular chips, when you deep fry them, are around about 25 to 30% fat. So they're really, really high in fat. And oil is basically, probably the most calorific thing. We have over 8,000 calories per litre no matter what kind of oil it is that you are using. So the great thing about this is you only need to use a tablespoon of oil in order to create these. So we're looking around something that's around about 3 to 5% fat, really crispy on the outside, beautifully light and fluffy as well at the same time. And air frying, when air frying started, this style of air fryer has been around since 2012 now. This is what people bought air fryers for, to create things that traditionally we would deep fry, but in a much healthier way. But then what we've realised is that it's such a great way of cooking so many different foods. It's such an energy efficient way of cooking as well. We're talking about using up to 70% less energy with this particular machine, which is amazing. And also the timings, up to 30% faster. Now, we don't preheat with this, so everything that I've cooked in here so far is from a cold start. And these jacket potatoes have taken about 50 minutes from start to finish.
And they are the tastiest
That perfect
potato.
finish, the crispy on the outside. Look how
They're
fluffy
rubbish
they are.
out of the microwave, aren't
Yeah.
they? They're quick in a microwave, but they don't taste like a proper jacket potato. In here, honestly, just seems to make them so creamy inside. I feel I don't need so much better. They're so delicious.
Yeah, it's such a variety of food that you'll cook. You've also got preset programs on this machine. It takes up less space on the counter because it's upright rather than wide across.
Yeah, so even if you've got a smaller kitchen, but you still want a larger air fryer, you can cook for a family of up to 8 with this.
It's
But actually, you can
11
have 4 different layers as well.
can.
which
That is a great
I've
point.
never seen an air fryer like this.
So what you can actually do is you can split the layers down as well. So you've got 2 layers. You've got the option to cook, you know, in 2 different drawers. And the great thing is when you're cooking in different drawers, it means you can cook at 2 different temperatures. So essentially, it's like having 2 ovens, really, which is amazing. But it gets even better because say you just want to use 1 drawer, you're going to do some baby roast potatoes and some chicken breasts. Then as long as they cook at the same temperature, which a lot of things will, all you then can do if you want to is just slot this divider in there, and you can see from the edge there.
Right.
What that does is it gives you then 2 cooking compartments within
Another
each
layer.
one of the drawers. So you can actually cook up to 4 different foods in here at the same time if you want to.
So you could be cooking sort of an adult's meal, you could be cooking the kids' meal.
Well, how many of
fish fingers and
your
chips
kids
and-
don't want to eat the same meals? So you've got that option to do it all at the same time. You can level it all up so it cooks at the same time. But the price is brilliant. It's a market-beating price that we've got for you. In fact, we had a little bit of a shop around and see what you will pay elsewhere for this machine. Well, take a look at Tower, just shy of 130 at Freeman's. 149 at Argos, 120, Curry's 120. Here it's 98.99, and with PayPal Pay in 3, 34.98 on your first of 3
I mean, that is for a dual air fryer. Incredible design because it is that upright, so they're on top of each other rather than by the side of each other. We've got a dual air fryer, but it is quite wide because it is, rather than 2-storey, it's 2 widths. So this is only taking up a small area on your counter. It'll fit under as well your cupboards on the top. But honestly, though originally this was designed for low-fat food, for healthier food, for cooking things like chips but in a healthier way, once you've bought an air fryer, you will cook in it because the food just tastes so much.
And this has so many features on a machine at this kind of price. You can see our usual price just shy of £300, less than £100 we've got it for. A market-beating price, as we say. 440910 is your item number with PayPal Pay in 3. It's just $34.98 on your first of 3 payments.
What a great wedding present. Perhaps someone's just moved into a new home as well. And remember as well, air fryers went absolutely crazy not that long ago when we went through that period where all of a sudden energy prices were going up and everybody wanted to cook in a more affordable way where they rather than putting that big oven on, and those big ovens can be 2,000, 3,000 pounds, 3,000 watts of power, and that big oven, you never put your food in and then turn it on.
No.
You turn it on and you leave that oven on till the red light goes off, and that can take 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. It's instant heat in here. So as soon as you turn this on, as soon as you put the food in, it is cooking. And the reason a lot of people use this is speed as well.
And it's also the Tower Vortx, so it evenly cooks your food, the way the heat distributes through the machine.
Never the same in a big oven because you always get a soggy bottom, don't you? You do the picky foods and you think, why is it not crisp on the bottom? I better turn that over. Honestly, with this air fryer, you will get the most crisp, amazing results. You're saving up to 35% of your workspace surface. And the great thing is the capacity, it's huge.
Well, it's 2 5.5 litre baskets. You can see here you can cook 4 different foods at once because you can rack the basket so you've got 2 different layers in each basket. The fact that you can level everything up so it all cooks together.
And there's 6 preset programs, so if you do think, I can't remember what Joe said about how to do the chips, there's a chip program there for you. There's steak, there's fries, there's bake, there's wings, there's vegetables, there's a manual as well. Fish is absolutely delicious, but whatever you're cooking, it's cooking 30% actual faster and using 99% less fat. And then you've got all these different options of how to cook.
Yeah, brilliant for baking. If you're thinking of doing cakes in there, it'll be brilliant for that as well. Everything you do in your main oven, grilling, roasting, like we say, baking. If you struggle cooking fish, fish comes out out brilliantly. Nothing dries up in here, either.
Honestly, yeah, meat-wise, it really is it's so juicy and succulent. It seals all the flavours inside. But the lovely thing is, if you are really bad at cooking times, and normally your meat's ready, but your veg aren't, you can actually sync this up so you know it's all going to finish at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for a lot of people, especially if you're not the most confident person when it comes to cooking, a lot of us struggle with timing. You know, that is the thing. You know, actually cooking all of the individual elements is not a problem, but getting it all ready at the same time can sometimes be a problem. This is great for that. This is also great for reheating as well, because what you don't have is that heat up. You know, air fryers have become so universal now. There's so many options out there on the market. What I love about this is whether you're one person or a busy household, you've got the capacity and the functionality that you need to deal with loads of different scenarios. But
really, it's the size of a single air fryer, because it is only, the base is that size.
The footprint
but when
size,
family and friends come round, you've got the capacity.
Of course, but it's not too high that it's not going to fit under an overhead cupboard or something like that as well. It's just a really well put together piece of kit. Let me show you why I love that smart finish function. So what we got in here, we have got some sweet potato fries and we've got some chicken goujons as well. So, you know, these are the kind of things that actually, if you're cooking these in the oven, you're probably looking at about 15 minutes preheating time. This is going to be cooked in that time. So in here, without the preheating, it's saving you so much time. That's why we're talking about cooking up to 30% faster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chicken goujons, I'm just going to turn this machine off first. I'm going to put chicken goujons in the top, and I'm going to pop the sweet potato in the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on, and what I've got is 1 and 2. So I'll show you this more clearly on the machine at the front in a few moments, but I'm going to essentially program the first function. We're going to go, and I'm going to adjust that time and temperature to 180, and we're going to go 17 minutes on that one. Then I'm going to do the bottom one. With this, I want a different temperature, so I'm going to hit DIY again. I'm going to put this on for 200, but for a little bit less time. So we're going to go 15 minutes, which is about right. So we've got two different temperatures here and two different times. As long as I've hit that smart finish button, it doesn't matter. So you can see the left one's come on, it's holding the right one. It will just do it for you.
So it will turn the second basket on when it knows
it's good to go. Absolutely.
At the same time.
The other thing as well, as I always say, you know, it's a good habit to get into, giving things a shake about halfway through. It will beep at you to let you know that it's time to give everything a shake. Yeah, so at halfway through, it actually tells you on the display it's time to shake the food. So it's brilliant for that. You just mentioned baking a moment ago as well. So over here, what I've got are a couple of different things on the go. So what I've been able to do in here is we've got some cookies. I know you're partial to a cookie.
I love a cookie,
We've got some cookies in this one just here. So let me just pop these out of here so you can get a better look at those. Just let them cool down a little bit and then they've crisped up. But this was just some cookie dough, and all I've done is I just popped it into some little balls, and then that goes into there 10 minutes from start to finish.
And that could be a really nice dessert, couldn't it? A dollop of ice cream on the top of there with a little bit of sauce.
And if you want to have one of those, they are still warm, those.
Yeah, I'll be diving in there in a second. I've just got to let everyone know, hugely busy already. It's a market-beating price on the air fryer. It's from Tower. It comes with a 3-year warranty upon registration. However, if you need some inspiration when it comes to cooking in an air fryer, we've got some great recipe books on the website that you will see. shopontv.co.uk. We've got a great triple pack, which is fantastic value. It's from one of our chefs, Paul Bradell. The triple pack is on is it $15.99, I think, for 3? No, £15, even better.
You can buy them all individually. One of those is worth £11 on its own, the air fryer made easy. There's so many different recipes in there. You'll find in the air fryer made easy there's 90 different pages, and most pages have got a recipe, or at least one recipe on. And whether you're vegetarian or vegan, whether you want a starter, a main course, whether you want a dessert, whether you want to have a snack, there is so much inspiration for even doing things like soup or coronation chicken. The books are amazing and really easy to follow. And if you split that cost, go for those books, but go for the 3 together.
Go for the triple pack,
because that is your best deal. You can split that cost over those 3 payments with your air fryer as well. If you know someone that loves an air fryer, they're a great gift idea. But I've got to warn you, the air fryer is absolutely flying. It's only going to be really an extra £5 extra in your flexi basket with your air fryer if you go for the books. But get this air fryer home at this market beating price, and my word, you will be blown away. how tasty food is, how easy it is to cook. My mum even does the ready meals in here. My mum hates change. And I was like, but she hates putting the big oven on just for her. Of course. I'm not going to do a jacket potato just for me in that big oven.
No, absolutely. It feels a bit antiquated, doesn't it? Especially if you're cooking for one in that large space. But anything that goes in your regular oven can go in your air fryer. But what the air fryer does is it cooks more quickly, cooks more energy efficiently, and it also crisps and browns in a way that sometimes you struggle. It rivals something like deep fat frying, which is incredible. So that's some cookies then. And I also did some pastries. These were just from frozen. So
we love frozen pastries.
They're really great, aren't they?
Because it is like you've been to the patisserie, isn't it? Those cookies,
delicious.
the cookie shops that are in the shopping centres.
Oh yes.
They're
Just like those, aren't they? Just like those. Now, whether you want to make the dough yourself or just buy the raw dough in the supermarket, you've got options.
Sean's
when it comes to doing
she makes the dough, doesn't she? And then she actually freezes it, and then she just cuts a bit off as and when they want to have some cookies.
Really great thing to freeze, actually. Ooh. Let's come back over here and let's have a look at this, because for me, this just sums up how easy cooking in an air fryer is and can be. Because a roast meal on a Sunday is something that, I think a lot of us would think we need a lot of skill in order to be able to achieve.
I think a lot of us think it needs to be a Sunday because it takes all day, and all of a sudden
absolutely.
You can do a Sunday dinner in an instant in here and have it every day of the week. We've probably sold about a dozen air fryers just from people coming round for Sunday dinner.
And chicken dinner,
it just tastes, the chicken tastes, it's like that rotisserie
It is when you go in the supermarket to the rotisserie.
You can't do in the main oven.
And they're so expensive. Now, the finish on the meat, any kind of meat, any roasts, is brilliant in here.
It really is.
It works on all roasts.
And the thing is with a regular, if you're doing a roast meal in the regular way, I've done roasties in the top of there as well. I could have done roasted veg or, roasted carrots, but they've only got a tablespoon of oil on those potatoes. You can see just how beautifully still they are cooked. The thing is with a roast, it's a lot of work normally, isn't it? Because you're having to rotate it, baste it. Because what happens is the oven just dries it out. And, this is new technology. This Vortx technology you've got in here, it envelopes the food in this super hot air, and that helps to seal a lot of the moisture and the succulency into your food. I'm just going to grab a fork because
I think the big oven is a bit like a tumble dryer. It seems to really dry everything out. And I went off meats really because I didn't like the texture. They were just too. I like them well cooked, but then they were just too dry.
But look at
this. Actually in an air fryer, have a look at that meat.
Beautiful crispy skin, but look at how succulent and tender that chicken is underneath. This chicken I think was about £4.60 money wise. It's a medium-sized chicken, so it's not, it's not a fancy chicken by any stretch of the imagination. It's not corn-fed or free range or anything like that.
Stop attacking the personality of the chicken, Jack.
What I want you to see is the breast. Obviously, the breast is the bit that so often dries out. But what you'll see is here, it is still so
succulent,
incredibly succulent and tender all the way through. So all I did with this, breast side down for 30 minutes, and then I flipped it over and did it breast side up for another 30 minutes. But can you see how incredibly succulent and tender that is? In your oven, you'd probably be looking at about 1 hour and 10 maybe for a chicken of the same size. But then what you'd also be doing is you would also be preheating it. So this is the easiest thing.
And it wouldn't be like that.
It wouldn't be like that. And
so it'd probably be a good hour and 40 or more to do a chicken.
When it tells you to shake it, just turn the chicken over.
Okay.
It's simple as that. And what that means is you will then get this. And I did nothing to that. I put a tiny little bit of oil on the outside of there, and I put that in for its entirety. Now, whether you are doing a big meal, so it's something like a Sunday roast, or maybe you're doing something a little bit healthier or incredibly simple, it's a really great machine, this, to enable you to start maybe eating a little bit better. So that's what I want to show you now. So into here, what I'm going to do, I've got some pre-prepared Mediterranean vegetables. I'm just popping those in here. They're going to go in the bottom drawer. And then what I'm going to do is in the top drawer here, we are going to put some salmon fillets. Really simple. Now, you've got great quality non-stick in the drawer itself and on the trivet, but salmon skin's really sticky. So just to save myself a job later, all I'm going to do is just put a little bit of parchment in there.
I think a lot of people struggle with cooking salmon. I know.
I'm terrible with fish.
And it's so, again, quick, so easy. The results are fantastic. Got to warn you, massively busy. Market beating price. You can see our regular price normally £300. We have got a deal that you can't find elsewhere. Go to Tower themselves, £129.99. You can go to Freeman's, £149 for this exact machine, the Vortx 11. Argos, £120. Curry's, £120. Our special price, £98.99, and when you split that with PayPal on our website, it means all you're actually spending is £34.98, 3 payments. You can of course order on the phones as well, but what you need to do is order really smartly. It will be one of the best things I think you ever buy. If you've never bought an air fryer, it will change your life. It sounds ridiculous, but we never use the big oven now.
No.
And if you've already got an air fryer but you've only got a single air fryer, having dual baskets is it's a step up.
And I think it's if you've always wanted like a double oven, but you don't have the size or the budget for it, having a double oven makes such a difference, because what we do is a lot of the time we have, one thing needs 10 minutes at 180, another thing needs 11 minutes at 200.
Yeah.
So you just go sort of somewhere in the middle. I'll go 190 for about somewhere. And actually what's happening is nothing's cooking for the right time.
Just right.
So with this, what it allows you to do is get a time, a temperature and a function which is precisely for whatever it is you're cooking. So what we've done, veg in the bottom of there, some salmon fillets, no oil or fat on the salmon whatsoever. There was a tiny little bit of oil already mixed in with the vegetables. So I'm going to show you how you program this.
Because it's really easy to work.
The interface is so simple.
Great.
Love that you've got a really nice touch screen on here as well, so there's nowhere for any sort of food debris to get, which is really nice and hygienic. And all I'm going to do is turn this on. Now you've got options when it comes to cooking with this, so you can cook with any of the predetermined functions. So you've got fries, wings, steak, veg, bake or DIY. Now, when it's like wings, for instance, or I just know steak is going to give me full temperature, you're going to do more than the things that are on there with those functions, and you'll get used to that very quickly. So we then have our number 1 and our number 2. So you can see if I hit number 2, I'm controlling the bottom drawer. Number 1 is controlling the top drawer. So in the top one, we're going to do fish, and I'm going to just do this myself. So I'm going to pop this onto 180. Let me just pop that onto there, 180, and that will go on for 12 minutes. Now, and then I'm going to press number 2, and now I'm again independently setting this. You can just use one at a time if you want.
Okay.
You don't need to use both of these. And all I'm going to do is hit veg. It's going to give me 190 for 10 minutes. I'm going to just knock that up slightly. He says, turning it down to 15 minutes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that smart finish function, and then I'm going to press start. So what you'll see is the left side is being held whilst the right side, the bottom shelf, has started counting down. It really is clever. And that is it. Other than giving that salmon a turn and the veg a shake halfway through, you know that is done. It's like a real meal machine, this.
Yeah. It's like having a chef in your kitchen. You virtually put the food in, tell it what you want it to do, and it does it. And honestly, it is so beautifully designed to save actual space in your kitchen, but also save time with your cooking, save oil, so giving you a healthier option. So there we are, saving actual space on your worktop.
Yeah, the footprint is so much better,
but
because
then look
the
at the size of it.
Those baskets are one on top of another rather than side to side. Each one of them 5.5 litres. You can also rack up your food, so you can have 4 different
foods. Makes it so versatile, doesn't it? You could be doing the kids' food on the bottom, and you could be doing your dinner on the top. You've got the preset functions. There's 6 of those as well, but of course you've got your manual function, and you can actually cook everything you'd normally put in your main oven. You can use all the dishes you normally use in your main oven. You can do the ready meals in here, but honestly, try those potatoes, try those chips using a tiny amount of oil. Use it for meats because it seals it on the outside, but it's so succulent on the inside. Low-fat roast potatoes, low-fat chips for baking, because the temperature is exact. I always think when you'd use the main oven, you're always guessing, aren't you? Is that 180 or is that 190? Have I put it on, is it 180?
Yeah, you can never get it just right.
So when you're baking, you've got the exact temperature time and time and time again. Don't forget as well, you're saving energy, and that's why when the energy bills really started going up, sales on air fryers went up about 2,000%.
It was bonkers, wasn't it?
Absolutely bonkers.
Everyone wanted an air fryer.
Originally, everybody bought an air fryer because it was the low fat, it was that healthier way of cooking. It just ticks so many boxes, doesn't it?
It really does. And I think sometimes we saw an air fryer as maybe a bit of a luxury for a while. People people use them, you know, consistently. People that own air fryers are evangelical about it because it's such a fantastic, easy way of cooking, and it's precise as well. I always think there's a lot of maybe room for error when you're using something like your regular oven. You know, they all sort of differ with these.
You can never quite see the line, can you? Like, where have I put the dial? Is it in the right place?
But with these, they are always consistent. The other thing is as well, you know, a lot of pre-packaged food now in the supermarket is starting to come with air frying instructions. And you'll see they are always so much faster than when you are using your regular oven. I want to show you something else that I love cooking in an air fryer here as well. So we're going to do a breakfast because it's such a fantastic, easy thing to do in an air fryer. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to pop into this one. I've got some black pudding and some sausages, so they're going to go in here. I'm using an air fryer spray oil, which is fantastic. So it means that if you want a bit of extra colour, I don't need to add a spray oil to things like sausages. It's just my personal preference. And then what I'm going to do in this one over here.
Oh, bacon is delicious.
Bacon is so good.
Oh, it's so good out the air fryer, and no mess. Or, you know, not the mess you normally have if you're using the actual hob and you're frying it. It spits absolutely everywhere. It's not only the pan you're washing up, it's the hob, it's all of the actual backdrop in the kitchen as well. And we've lost 10% of a vast amount of stock. We didn't even mention stock because we have got a vast amount of stock. It's our first show, but 10% of our stock already sold out and gone. Market beating price, only as long as the stock is there at this deal. So please do check those baskets through. And of course, through, I should say, and you have got a 3-year warranty too. It is Tower. They're so good at designing what we need, is, you know, for our homes, aren't they?
Yeah, they've been around over 100 years. I keep saying that. It's actually 1912. So when I'd started working with them, I think it was around the year they celebrated their 100th birthday. So they're 100, but yeah, it's actually 1912. In my head, it is still only about 2014.
Yeah,
that's the way it goes.
Absolutely.
What I want to quickly show you is that divider rack. Now, this is where it comes into its own. So, you know, I could have got all that in there if I wanted to crowd it, but with something like bacon, you want to make sure it's got enough room. So all I'm going to do is add that on the top. And what that means is my tomatoes and mushrooms will cook under there, and then I'm able to add the bacon on the top of there as well. So 5.5 litres each one of these baskets. But then when you see that you're able to split those baskets,
it's like there's even more.
Absolutely, you're getting even more in there. And we're going to put these onto 2 different times and temperatures. So this one's going to go on for 12 minutes. This one's going to go on for 20 minutes. But I'm going to push that smart finish button. So that means that everything's all going to be taken care of.
And
then you can be doing something else while, of course, your air fryer is cooking. So easy as well to actually work. Once you've used this once, you'll know how to use it time and time and time again. And we love that match button, so it will all finish at the same time if you wish. But you can just use one basket if you wish. You can use 2 baskets. You can use those actual racks to do even more. It's so versatile, and that's why we're so busy, super busy on an air fryer that should be normally £300, $98.99. Loads of questions coming in. Remember, you are saving space, 35% of space on your worktop. You have got capacity though, 11 litres in total split into those 2 baskets, but then even more when you use the rack system.
It does so much more than you expect it to do. There are so many of you shopping for this right now.
And wait till you taste the food. I mean, the machine's
There's no
impressive.
compromise.
Absolutely.
No compromise on taste. You're using less energy, using less oil and fat. This looks great in the kitchen, and it doesn't take up as much space as your traditional air fryers do because of how it's designed one on top of the other. Now, you could be watching us on ITV1 or STV. Got a lot of people watching on TikTok right now. And lots of questions coming through from Ryan on TikTok. He was asking, it's amazing, but can you bake a cake in the air?
Yeah, you absolutely can bake a cake in here. The heat it provides is gentle enough, and it's a good point actually. All of your oven-safe bakeware that you already have, you can use.
How funny, that's the next question from Bill. Bill was saying, hi Shayley, my name's Bill, I'm watching on TikTok. Can I ask what dishes are the best to cook in the air?
Earthenware, glassware, silicone.
So,
I know.
Oh, that's good.
And all the ready meals as well, the ready meal containers, my mum uses those at times.
As long as the container itself goes in the oven, it can go into here. So the other great thing about about it as well is that if you want to reheat stuff, it reheats beautifully. Because a lot of the time you wouldn't reheat in your oven because you wouldn't wait 15 minutes for it to heat up. With this, you can reheat, and you know, things that can't be reheated in a microwave. So what a microwave does is it heats the water in your food. So things like pastry, they go very, very soggy. In here, it keeps the integrity of your food, but it will reheat quickly as well. I just want to quickly show you these roasties because I've done these in here. Now you see 1 tablespoon of oil on these, really lovely and crispy on the outside.
Smoking.
Beautifully fluffy they are as well. So if you love things like roast potatoes, but you know they're not great for you, this is brilliant because you're talking about something that's around 3 to 5% fat. Especially with chips, you know, when we deep fry chips, we're talking 25 to 30% fat. I think with air frying, it just ticks all the boxes because it's fast, it's efficient, it's easy to use. But as you've said a few times, Hayley, you don't compromise on taste or flavour.
The taste is the biggest thing.
Mostly agree they get better results from their air fry because the results are more achievable.
And
therefore, you are getting a better tasting.
I think we should stand here and always say, you know, you're saving on energy, you're saving on fat as well because you're using less oil. You're cooking the foods you like, but in a healthier way. But the biggest thing once you've got an air fryer is you'll use it every day of the week. So many people say, I don't use the big oven anymore. Why am I going to put the big oven on? In the gallery, our director, I'm the same, we're the same, my mum's the same, but you'll actually cook with it every single day. Not because it's less fat, not because it's easier, because it's quicker, because the food just tastes so good. With meats, it seals the meat on the outside, but it's so succulent and juicy. It's like it seals in the flavours. And then if you're a vegetarian, a veg in there. Wait till you see that cooked breakfast.
That Mediterranean veg.
Like halloumi in here, amazing. I think, you know, the great thing is an air fryer is definitely not seasonal. You can use it all year through.
Not just for Christmas, when you need, it's like a puppy.
Exactly.
All year round.
All year round. Well, at Christmas, you need extra space. But I think this time of the year, we're less inclined, maybe, to create a meal from scratch if we're cooking conventionally. This is great because it means that you can do things like kebabs in here. You do a roast chicken, have it with some salad because you're not tied to the kitchen like you are in the oven, and it's not flooding the kitchen full of heat. So when we do get those hot days like we have been having recently,
great point,
it's a really handy thing to have because I think on a hot summer's day, there's no way you'd even consider putting the
big oven on.
And
with these temperatures.
It's great as well on that lovely day where you've invited everyone round for a barbecue and then it tips down with rain. You can do just as tasty food in your air fryer.
4 layers: sausages, burgers, kebabs, lamb chops. There you are.
Brilliant.
My friend cheats all the time. She does the food first in the air fryer and then puts it on the barbecue. And
that's a great way of doing it.
Her son, when he went off to
the adverts.
her son, when he went off to the university, the only thing he wanted to take from the whole house, or bother about anything else, but he wanted to take the air fryer because he just loved the food out of the air fryer. And great for students because it's tabletop cooking if you have a good kitchen.
A whole generation of, you know, like the generation of kids that think magazines are iPads and they're trying to move them. There's going to be a whole generation of people that only know how to cook in an air fryer.
Definitely.
And no compromise on taste, but the price is spectacular. This is why so many of you are shopping with us right now. 440910, you can add it into your basket right now. shopontv.co.uk. We are really busy on the phone, so if you can go to the website, please do. But add this in to your basket and see what a difference it's going to make to the way you cook and the way you cook everything. Now, price-wise, look at those prices. Tower, $129.99. Freeman's, $149. Argos, $120. Curry's, $120. Not even £100 with us. We've brought it right down to $98.99. And with PayPal paying 3, just
nothing,
$34.98 on your first of 3.
Great for you, great as a gift. Perhaps you've got someone that's moved into a new home. Perhaps you've got a wedding coming up. Perhaps you've had an air fryer, but you've only got one basket and you wish you could do more in there. This is just so versatile. Not just dual baskets. And of course, you can use one if it's just for you and you just live on your own. It allows you to do so much just for you. But you could cook up to a family of 8 in here. And don't forget, having those extra racks, it allows you to do 4 different layers in the one machine. You can sync finish it so it all finishes at the same time. Press that match button, and perhaps you're cooking things that perhaps you're doing, I don't know, lamb chops and roast potatoes. Perhaps you're doing sausages, and you're doing. We even do, you know, do the mash and then pop it in there just to keep it warm.
And the fact that you can set them completely separately.
Camembert,
separate temperatures, separate time. I think we've got a camembert coming up.
Oh, camembert in here is amazing, and do it with. I love just the little pigs in blankets and dip that into the camembert. It's absolutely delicious.
Good.
But picky foods, if you like
All your
Chinese
party
starters, if you like sausage rolls, and in the oven, it's really, they seem to dry out and they've always got a soggy bottom. In the microwave, they are just soggy, aren't they? They are crisp. It's like, you know, the really nice sausage rolls you can get from the sausage rolls shop.
That was a mouthful, wasn't it?
Sausage roll shop. Is really, I mean,
No, she means
the main
you know where she means.
sausage roll shop.
That certain sausage roll shop. You don't sell just sausage rolls.
No, but they are the best. You can do, you know, make sausage rolls in here, cook sausage rolls in here that'll taste like you've just bought them from that bakery.
The finish on everything is brilliant, and you've got the latest technology. So many of you shopping, hundreds in fact, shopping right now. If you've got it in a basket, confirm your order and check your basket out. We
had so much stock. We didn't even mention stock at the top of the show because we didn't think, we started at 1 o'clock. We had loads of stock. We didn't think we'd have stock updates, but this is absolutely flying. Nearly got queues on the phone. We've nearly lost 20% of a big amount of stock in this first 37 minutes. You do need to check those baskets through and use PayPal, making it so affordable. Remember, market beating price. And I'd love to say you'll use this every day of the week because it's a quicker way of cooking. I'd love to say you'll use this every day of the week because it actually not only cooks quicker, it's saving energy. I'd love to say you're cooking this every day of the week because it is a healthier way of cooking because you don't use any oil half the time, or if you are doing chips and roast potatoes, the smallest amount. But do you know why you'll use it every day? Because the food tastes so good.
There's no compromise on the taste whatsoever. So add it into your basket right now, 440910.
In your oven, that oven to heat up, your big oven on the wall, I know they'll vary, but some might take 15 minutes to heat up for the red light to go off, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, perhaps your oven takes half an hour, I don't know, before you put food in to cook it. Most foods, not everything, but most dinners will be cooked in here in 20 minutes. Food in, turn it on, instant heat, instant cooking. So cooking so much faster. So hungry children, rather than having a packet of crisps because they're waiting for you to do dinner, dinner's done in an instant. Even if it's fish fingers they want, posh fish finger sandwiches.
It's great for all those
so
kids'
good.
Lunches, things such as that, because it's quick.
But then proper dinners.
Proper full dinners. Even if you want to do things like reheating your takeaway. Our takeaway, by the time it gets there, it's always cold. We reheat in here as well, and it's brilliant. Whatever you're thinking of, you're going to get great results every single time. But it's also the latest technology from Tower. That means you've got a dual air fryer, but the fact they're on top
You
of
see,
each
that's
other.
our air fryer, the wider one. Now you're saving up to 35% of your workspace, but it is 11 litres, so 5.5 litres in both of those. And then you've actually got the rack, so all of a sudden now you've got 4 layers in your air fryer, which I've never seen before. You can cook things at different temperatures at different times. You can sync it so it finishes together. There's preset functions as well, whether you want to bake or fries or wings or steak or veg, or of course you've got your manual too. You really have got the opportunity to, I should say, get the top of the range air fryer at a price that is under £100. You're cooking as well so much faster. They say up to 30% faster, using 99% less fat too. It ticks so many boxes, and whether you're roasting or baking or whether you're frying, well, it's like you're fried. It tastes like you've fried your food, but you haven't used any of that oil. Grilling, roasting, great results time and time and time again. But what you must do is check your baskets through. Hugely busy.
Hundreds of you, yeah.
And I always say the first thing you should do is a whole chicken, because it's like a rotisserie chicken.
Well, we can see the chicken that Joe did, it doesn't dry out. It's crisp on the outside, but beautifully moist when it comes to the meat itself as well. Really succulent when it comes to meat joints, isn't
And
it?
great result no matter what you're cooking, or whether you're doing sausages, which, you know, sort of medium temperature, medium time, whether you are even cooking a steak in here, you know, really high
or roast
intense
beef
heats.
and things like that.
Absolutely.
Delicious.
All of those things work so
Joe,
well
we
in
did
here.
sausages tonight, and on the last show, you said don't pierce
Yes.
the sausage.
Never prick your
And
sausage.
we listened to Joe.
And we
thought
listened,
you were meant
and they were
to.
way better tonight.
Yeah, so
Much
basically,
tasty.
you know, it keeps all of the juices in the sausage, essentially. No, you don't want a dry sausage, so yeah, don't pierce them. What I want to show you here is, again, what we did was we had those 2 different times and temperatures for a whole meal. So giving you an idea, you know, if you've got children or grandchildren, they come home from school, they want something really quick.
Yeah.
This is great because this was under 20 minutes. Now, most people's ovens take about that time. My ratio of sweet potato fries to goujons is off slightly. I get that. I could do with a few less chips and a few more goujons. I am aware.
Sweet potato fries are good.
But what you've got here is that all done together at the same time. You know, the other thing, there was a tiny little bit of oil already on the sweet potato fries because they were already done when I got them. We added no oil or fat to that whatsoever, which is brilliant. And you know, things like chicken goujons, these are going to be so beautifully tender and succulent. If you have a little look on the inside of there, you know, that's whole chicken breast in there.
And they can be the ones out of the freezer, can't they? Or you can make these from scratch.
Of course.
So quick and so easy.
And you wouldn't know that they've not been deep fried.
No.
And that is because of the way in which air frying works. Crispiness is, it's to do with, without trying to get too scientific, the speed at which you remove moisture from your food decides how crispy it's going to be.
Okay.
So that's why, like, when you deep fry, it gets very hot very quickly. So it removes the moisture very quickly and things go crisp. If you cook something, you know, like a slow cooker, for instance, nothing crisps because it cooks really slowly, really gently, and removes the moisture from your food really slowly. So it's all about that instant Vortx heat technology which is inside the machine, because that heat energy is so instantaneous. That's what gives you the crisp and the crunch, but also keeps the succulency in your food as well.
And it's instant as soon as you turn it on. We don't have to preheat. You're not preheating anything.
No, absolutely not.
Right.
As soon as you pop it on, it is at temperature and it's cooking, and that's great because it means you're not powering an oven for maybe, you know, 15 minutes in order for it to start cooking. It's all done really quickly. You mentioned a camembert a moment ago.
I can't do a camembert in the big oven. It's always lumpy.
I camembert.
Oh, it's all in the delivery.
Yeah,
the
way I tell them.
I always we have to put it back in. You put it back in again. You put it back in again.
Yeah,
in an air fryer, perfect every time. And we
quicker.
love the cooked
Bake
bread.
at home bread.
I love these little bacon.
Oh, they're brilliant.
Un petit pain is what they're called.
And again, in the big oven, they never cook properly. There's always a really burnt bit and then a bit that's not cooked so well. In the air fryer, they all cook perfectly.
And there's good reason for that as well. Things like this, that normally when you cook these in the oven, they go a bit soggy. The reason they don't in here is because of what you've got is this, the trivet or the crisping tray, which is in the bottom of there.
So
now, what
it's
that
raised.
does is it's keeping your food raised off of the base of the unit, and that allows that vortex of air to circulate around your food. So you're cooking from all sides, which is amazing, and that's why you're getting that sort of 360-degree crispness, which is great. So we're going to go 12 minutes on the camembert, 10 minutes on the bread rolls.
So do you want me to time it? Shall I tell you what time you...
We don't need to, do we? Which is a joy. So let's go.
And they can be different temperatures.
Absolutely, and that's the main thing. So we're going to bake in the top, 170 for, what did I say, 10 minutes on the top. And then on the bottom here, I'm going to go DIY, and we will go 12 minutes on this one, and we'll put that on at about 160. And as long as I hit that smart finish button before I press start, it will make sure everything is done and taken care of. So it's actually just going to cook the bottom one for 2 minutes first, but then it will start cooking the bread rolls as well.
How often do you put something in the oven and then you think, I must start the veg, and then you're like, oh gosh, what time did I put it in the oven? Do I start the veg yet? And then your meat's done and your veg isn't ready, or you know, the other way around, your veg is really ready, you're going soggy, and your meat isn't cooked. It's all cooked perfectly at the right time, and you've walked away and left it, which is brilliant.
It's a great size, it's a great design as well, because it stacks one air fryer on top of the other rather than having them side to side. If you're wondering on dimensions, we'll just pop those on the screen for you. All the dimensions will be there for you. You can check them all out on the website there. So any measurements that you want to do, you want to look at, you can look at them on the website. Got loads of questions coming in on the email and on TikTok. Stuart wanted to know about an omelette.
There is a
you could bake
it.
Omelette or Spanish.
You could do ousson cocotte.
You could do what, sorry?
Ousson cocotte.
And what is
what
this?
would that be?
Ousson cocotte is an egg in a basket.
Egg in a basket.
Yeah.
There you go,
And it's
Stuart.
basically a way of baking an egg in a ramekin, but the French, you know.
Now this
Other way with
one,
things.
can you cook pasta?
No.
On
Yeah, I mean, you could bake lasagna in an oven dish. You could do, cannelloni.
Cookies we've already done.
Cookies we've done.
And that was from Bailey's mum. Here's another one. Oh, what about, there's a question about air fryer liners. Like you're using baking paper, aren't you?
I don't think it's necessary air fryer liners. I really don't. What I would say is a lot of the time as well, if you are cooking, you know, you get the sort of air frying, they're like a tray, aren't they? But they've got solid sides. So what you've got to remember is that what you want is that air to flow around. So if you're cooking your food in a silicone pot, you're not going to get the same amount of airflow. It's different with something like your parchment because it's not, of course, completely covering the base of the unit. So I don't really love using the air fryer liners. If you want to line your air fryer from a point of view of making it easier to clean, I would put parchment or foil underneath the trivet.
Oh,
so the only reason I'm using something like parchment for fish and for cookies is the cookies would sort of melt into the tray. We don't want that. And the fish skin as well, it's delicate, so I want to make sure it's all going to come out together when I get it out of here.
Look how perfect that fish is.
Wait for this.
Do you struggle cooking fish? You like fish, but you only ever have it in a restaurant because at home you ruin it.
Look at
That is just beautifully
Dream results there.
It's an absolute perfect result. And again, anyone can do this because all I've done is I've just told the machine the time and the temperature. That's it. I didn't even turn the fish over actually. But look at how incredibly succulent this is. You can see, can't you? It's a perfect result. And that's in 12 minutes. Your oven probably wouldn't be hot enough and ready to put that into your regular oven. So
now we've got twice as many people ordering as we've already sold. You desperately need to check your baskets through. 25% of the entire stock has sold out and gone. It was a vast amount of stock. We didn't mention stock at the beginning because we didn't think we'd have stock updates because there was a lot of stock and we didn't go live until 1 o'clock. But you are loving it. But so many of you got in baskets and you know the situation. It's not yours until you check your basket out. Those vegetables, that is my dream dinner. I could eat that every day of the week, and the veg just smells and it will taste delicious. But please, if you want to try this food, please do order it now. Market beating deal. When we sell out, of course you can buy it elsewhere, it's Tower, but you will be paying a lot more. Normally it is about £300, but it is on offer and you can buy it at Tower themselves at £129.99. You go to Freeman's, they've all got offers on at £149. Argos Curry's £120. Our deal, £98.99. And not only can you split that cost with PayPal Pay in 3, and that makes it so affordable at £34.98. Do have a little look at our recipe books on the website as well, just to give you inspiration. There's a set of 3 books that it works out, I think, about £5 to put into your basket. You won't pay any extra delivery, but that book will give you so much inspiration. When I say book, it's books.
Well, it's a brilliant deal. They're from Paul Bridell, one of our chefs here at Shop on TV. You can see you can buy air frying made easy for £10.99. Don't go for that. Go for the triple pack next to it. You get that one included and you get 2 other books. It's got starters, mains, desserts in there. Great inspiration, side dishes in there as well. You get all 3 for £15. It'll only be £5 extra on your first of 3 payments if you put them in. It's great to have a bit of inspiration.
I think as well, if you're cooking for the first time, I think that sadly a lot of you find you're in a situation where you've never cooked and now you're having to cook for yourself. They're so easy to follow, these books, aren't they?
And do you know, there's so many things in there that you probably wouldn't even dream of cooking.
That's so true.
If you really want to get the most out of your air fryer whilst they're on that deal, it's a great opportunity because there's going to be so many things in there that you wouldn't have dreamed of cooking that work really well in your air fryer. Talking of things that work really well, I want to do some burgers. I love burgers in here. Now, if it was a regular air fryer, I would just be doing my burgers and that's fine. But I'm also going to be able to warm my baps as well because I can toast my buns in here. Because I've got that dual layer. I love a toasted bun. It's got to be said. But there's so many words, especially in the north, isn't there, for what bread roll is.
Right way?
Maybe people could let us know what they call it.
Yes.
Email in and tell us what
is
you
that
call it.
Barm, batch,
Barm's
oven bottom, burnt top.
Do you call them barms?
Bread cake.
Bread cakes.
Bread cake.
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah, the fish and chip shop, you'd always ask for a bread cake.
We just call it a roll.
It's just a roll.
Just a
It's
roll.
not just a so many words.
I like
Tell us what you call it. studio@shopontv.co.
I'm just going to pop this one on. So we're going to go 12 minutes at 200 for our burger. So that's the top one. And then, of course, the bottom one, I'm just going to pop this onto DIY because all we're doing is warming these buns through. So I'm just going to put them on for 4 minutes. And they can just go on about 150.
And it warms brilliantly, doesn't it?
It does indeed. And then remember, as long as I hit that smart finish button, and then press start. All done for me. And again with the burgers, I'm not going to turn them over. The even heat that you get in this machine is so superior for an air fryer. Something like a burger, it's not going to matter.
It's that Vortx there, isn't it?
And what it's also doing, because of the way that the trivet or the crisping plate works, you know, foods that are higher in fats, like the chicken we cook, like a joint of meat, or like the burgers we're doing, as it's being cooked, those fats are being rendered down and they're actually dripping through the tray into the base of the unit, which is great.
So giving you a low, you know, you're getting rid of that fat from
draining
that burger.
the fat,
Draining the fat away. It allows you to get that taste of grilling. It allows you to get that taste of deep fat frying, but actually you're cooking on a whole without any oil at all. So a healthier way of cooking. Really easy. There's 6 preset programs, but of course you can use the manual. You can bake in here, you can fry in here, you can roast in here, you can grill in here.
I love this as well.
The 4 levels is amazing,
It just makes it so much more versatile. There's that rapid air circulation, cooking faster, using less oil, but it's not just for traditional deep fat frying. You're air frying, you're grilling, you're baking, you're roasting. You've got preset programs that set the time and the temperature if you want them, but you've got a DIY mode on.
And you can do different things in different baskets at different temperatures. So you could be doing chicken and chips, you could be doing lamb chops and roast potatoes, steak and jacket potatoes, camembert and pigs and blankets. You could be doing a starter and a main at the same time, or a main and a dessert. You could, and do a chicken. Let the chicken be the first thing you cook in here, because it will be the best tasting chicken. And you can save up to 70% on energy because it cooks so much faster. How long does it take for your big oven to heat up? Some might say 15 minutes, some 20, 25.
How quick is this?
Instant cooking in here. As soon as you switch it on, your food is cooking. The majority of food, not everything, but most things will be cooked in 20 minutes, and your oven wouldn't have even heated up. Oh, look at that.
You can see beautifully cooked all the way through as well, which is wonderful. We've done some black pudding as well. I love black pudding.
Do you? I couldn't eat a big chunk of it.
Yeah, I like little bits.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think I've only ever liked it once, and what did it have?
No,
it
we had it with
on
scallops
top.
and
And just a
very posh.
teeny bit.
Very
you see,
posh.
That is how I love bacon.
I have to eat a piece of that.
Oh, and that is just the best bacon out of an air fryer.
And then some roasted tomatoes in here as well, which are
And what did you say about the
brilliant.
eggs? Because you could put your eggs in.
Ousson cocotte.
Ousson cocotte.
Ousson cocotte.
Put it in a
Baked
ramekin.
eggs.
No, it's just the way I'm standing. And button mushrooms. I always think button mushrooms fancy. Fancy hotel breakfast. That's what they remind me of. Button mushrooms. Yeah. So just put a few of those on there. But you can see, you know, that's all been done in the one machine at the same time, which is amazing. And we are tiny, other than a tiny bit of spray oil, we haven't really add any oil or fat to that whatsoever. And if you do that conventionally, you're using a hob, the grill, or you know, the hob and the oven.
Yes.
You're having to stand over it the whole time. We did nothing. We literally programmed the machine. We pressed start and we went.
And you've got loads of washing up normally, haven't you? It's spat all over the hob. It's all over the backdrop as well, and you're having to clean up afterwards. This is straight in the end. It's done. That's all we've got to clean, and it cleans up so easily.
Yeah, it does. Great non-stick as well on the inside of here. So on the trivet or the crisping tray, and the entire inside and the outside. Oh, nearly fell over. The inside and the outside of the basket.
Okay, then.
You've got great quality non-stick as well.
So anchor it to the counter.
little bit of warm soapy water. Give that a wash round. You'll be all good.
Happy days. It's that simple because the non-stick is so good. The price is brilliant. Stand straight, you two. At $98.99 is your price. It's a market-beating price that we've got. At Tower, it should be $129.99. At Freeman's, $149. At Argos, $120.
And they're all great offers, aren't they? Curry's the same, $120. Our normal price, normally $300. So you have got great discounts, as you can see everywhere, but our special price, better than any of those.
Less than £100.
Which is fantastic. And of course, you can split that cost with PayPal Pay in 3. If you're ordering on the website, so $34.99 or $34.98 actually is your price, the first of 3 payments. And imagine, what are you going to cook first? Because honestly, you will get this home and you'll use it once, and that big oven, you'll hardly go back to it ever again.
You always say, do a roast chicken in it. Honestly, you'll be blown away. If you like those rotisserie chickens that are so expensive.
And you can't, in the oven, what do you have to do? You put it in, you take it out, you baste it, you put it back in, you take the tin foil off, you put the tin foil on, you put it back in. And when here, you put it in, you cook it halfway through, you turn it over, and you leave it to cook the other halfway through. And that is it. And
but
honestly,
you're not just doing your chicken.
No.
Because in the other layer, because you've got 2 layers there, you can do your roast potatoes in there at the same
This is why why this is right for everybody, whether you are one person on their own, whether you are a couple like us and we've got a dual air fryer, whether you've got a family of 4, whether you've got a family of 6, whether you've got a family of 8, honestly, this is the air fryer for you. Perhaps you've used an air fryer and you've only got a single air fryer and you wish you could do more in it. This is going to allow you to do that. With the racks, you've got 4 different layers, if you like.
Look at the food.
But the food it creates, I would love to say you'll use this because you think, oh, low-fat chips, I could eat, I love chips and they taste good, just as good, but I'm hardly using any oil, so it's a healthier way of cooking. The potato isn't fattening. We have a jacket potato as a healthy dinner.
Yeah.
So the potato's not got the calories, it's the oil that you put.
The way you cook it.
Use a tiny amount of oil, and you only use it for like roast potatoes, for chips. Very rare we use oil.
And the smallest amount again.
Tiny amount of oil.
The spray oil's the best for me.
Yeah.
That's what Joe's been using.
Yeah, it tastes like you've deep fried it, which is amazing.
There's no compromise on taste, however you cook. And remember, you've got 6 preset programs. When you use the preset programs, it'll set the time and temperature for you. If you use the DIY mode, it's like a manual mode, so you can set the time and temperature yourself. Use the baskets individually, or get them to join up, and it's like one giant air fryer, isn't it?
You might just want to use the, one basket. You might be just doing something for yourself for lunch. Perhaps you're going to have some fish fingers or something for the kids really quick. But then use the 2 baskets when you're doing that whole dinner. And just remember, you don't have to think, oh gosh, what time did I put the chicken in? Do I need to start the veg yet? And then you start the veg and you think, oh gosh, no, I've started the veg too early now. The chicken isn't ready. The veg is going to be overcooked. You're never in that situation because you press that match button, that smart match button. It will actually make sure that it only starts the second basket when it needs to, the one that's going to take less time. So it all finishes cooking at the exact same time without you even having to think. I think it makes someone that's not so good at cooking, which is me, a better cook. And then if you are great at cooking, it just makes everything so easy and so versatile. All of a sudden, you've got a dual oven that cooks super, super quickly. We are so busy on the website. Stock-wise, it is flying. We didn't think for a minute we'd be giving stock updates tonight because we didn't start till 1 o'clock.
Yep.
And we've got a lot of stock. But we've got a good deal.
Not as much as we thought we had.
No, approaching 30% of the entire stock. Wasn't meant for just this show. Sold out and gone.
If you want to add it into your basket, 440910, go to the website and you'll see everything on the show. shopontv.co.uk. What we would both say is definitely add in that triple pack of air fryer books. Absolutely brilliant deal. Normally for one of them you pay $10.99. You're getting 3 for £15. This is air frying made easy, air frying and hot air frying and more. You get all 3. They're by Paul Bradell, one of our resident chefs. Really straightforward recipes, but you've got everything from breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks.
Really easy to follow. There's pictures to follow as well. Then it gives you the, what you need is the ingredients, so you can go out and shop or find what you've got in the cupboards. It's healthier food. You can do those fried foods, but actually in a healthier way. Sort of low-fat foods. You can do that crispiness, but guilt-free. And you can, like Sean said, whether you're doing a breakfast, whether you're doing a lunch, whether you're doing a snack or a dinner, you might want to do starters. You might want a starter and a main course. You want a main and a dessert. And in those books as well, you've got vegetarian, vegan. There's even ideas as well, things that you wouldn't imagine you could cook. Loads of desserts you'd never think to do in here, but even things like soup. Coronation chicken. It's lovely. One of the books is a little bit like takeaway ideas, which is really, really nice. Another book's got loads of sort of traditional. And then your sort of £11 book, because one of those books is £11, but you're getting 3 for 15, so that's the deal to go for. That is full. There's about 90 pages, and virtually every page is a different recipe of some sort. It's brilliant.
We've popped the details on the screen for you. Remember, it's a triple pack, 549182. You get 3 recipe books, all the inspiration that you want there.
And it's only £5 extra in your basket. So, you got your PayPal Pay in 3. It's just £5 more each payment. And then you've got all that inspiration. Really nice gift idea if you know someone likes as well their air fryer. There's a great gift to wrap those books up.
The great thing with the 3-pack, you could keep a couple for yourself and give one away if you wanted to. Details for the main deal though. Oh my goodness. Hundreds of you going for it. It's from Tower. 1/3 of the stock, of a huge stock, is already in baskets and checking through. The price is spectacular. Our usual price, almost £300. We've shopped around. We can't find it anywhere for this price that we've got for you. Add it into your basket, 440910.
And the great thing is people have got got offers on, but it's not quite as good as ours. So 129.99, 149, 120, 120. So Argos, Currys, all places you know, Freeman's, Tower themselves at 98.99, market beating, and split that cost with PayPal. All of a sudden, 34.98. That's 3 payments, and you have got a dual air fryer. And perhaps that's something you've always wanted, but they were, you know, out of reach financially because you're having to spend £200. Our dual air fryer, which is much wider, and this is so slender so it doesn't take up much space, ours was £200 on offer.
And that was a good deal, yeah.
And it was a great deal, but now you've got that technology as an upright, that, you know, stacked on top of each other. So all of a sudden, if you've got a smaller kitchen, you can still have space for a dual air fryer.
It's the latest design, it's the latest technology. You've got that smart technology where you can join the 2 baskets together, or you can use them individually, use one at a time, use it all together. It's completely up to you. And it's less than £100. 440-910 is the item number. Also, with Tower, upon registration, you get a 3-year warranty, don't you?
It ticks every box. 3-year warranty. You're using less oil, but the food tastes amazing. You get low-fat chips, low-fat roast potatoes. It's using less energy because you're not waiting for that big oven to heat up. It's instant heat and it's instantly cooking. Less space on your countertop, so however small that kitchen is, it's going to fit into your kitchen. And I'd like to say you'll use it every day of the week because of those reasons. Do you know why you'll use it every day? Because it tastes so good. There's something about an air fryer that just gives the right crispiness. Seals meats on the outside, so juicy and succulent on the inside.
No compromise on taste whatsoever.
No, and things you perhaps struggle to cook normally, an air fryer just seems to make it so easy.
Does all the work for you. All you've got to do is confirm your orders and check those baskets out. Get it whilst we've got it in stock, is what we would say.
Definitely.
Don't miss out when it comes to a great deal from Tower.
Check it out.
Remember to check out your online basket and complete your order. Once you pay, it's on the way from Shop on TV.
And we love to have Tower with us, but we love to have Joe with us.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
It's always a
It
pleasure
is.
to have you with us.
And great to be back with such a great product. You know,
Oh.
this is really the sort of most desired style of air fryer there is around at the moment.
And it's
because
good looking as well, isn't
it
it?
is, yeah. You know, and it gives you the maximum capacity really in an air fryer of a dual drawer size. 5.5 litres on each basket. It's a really, really big size. But then the fact that they are stacked on top of each other, it means that you are saving about 30% workspace on actual counter space. So it's going to make a big difference. So, you know, a lot of us have smaller kitchens. I've got, you know, Mike, you've been round to mine. It's a lovely apartment, but it's a sideboard, isn't it? The kitchen. You know, it's an open kitchen, living, dining space, and you know, I've got a hob, and then I've got a sink, and then that leaves about that much and a bit of room for a kettle on the end. So we don't have lots of space. So this is great. So if you want to leave this out, it's wonderful. Also, if you want to move it around as well, it is light enough to put it away. I would definitely leave it out when you get it home and start using it, because you want to get into the habit of using it every single day. I want to show you something else. We talked a bit about barbecuing earlier. So in here, we're going to do some churros.
Oh, lovely.
Now, churros, of course, are fried. These are sort of pre-done churros, but you know, as I said earlier about reheating it, these are going to come out so crispy. So 12 minutes for those, and about 15 minutes for these lamb kebabs that we've got in here as well. Now, remember, the great thing is with this, it's not like, it's essentially 2 air fryers stuck on each other. Right. It's not like it's not like you're cooking in one. It's not like you're cooking in one space. What you're actually doing is you are cooking in 2 completely different spaces. So you'll see that they have this divider inside. So you've got one compartment here and one compartment here, which is great. So we're going to put our lamb kebabs in the top one. We're going to put a churros in the bottom one. So I'm going to go number 1. Let's hit that fries. I know that's 20 minutes. So yeah, we're going to put those down for about 16 minutes is fine in there. And then number 2 will hit bake. 170 is precisely the temperature I need. 15 minutes, don't need quite that long, and hit 12, and then off we go. Now, obviously, if I wanted to have them finish both together at the same time, I'd hit the smart finish, but I'm not worried about that for this particular one. So we're going to allow them to cook on their own. Right, our camembert is done. Let's get this out here. I know you love these, don't you, Hayley?
I can smell it. I'm ready. And it is, again, I think really tricky to do camembert. In the main oven, I have to put it back in time and time again, because there's still a bit lumpy, it's never smooth. Instantly you get a great result, and again so quickly. in the air fryer
Absolutely,
as well.
no waiting around for this to preheat, which is brilliant. We're going to pop that into there. And things like these bread rolls, you know, they take 10 minutes in here, which is amazing. So they are so incredibly fast. I'm just going to pull one of these apart. Oh, it's a hot bread roll. But let me just quickly show you what you've then got though is that.
Please. Joe.
And even just as it is, beautiful. But you can put some garlic in there, you can put some rosemary in there, you could put a bit of honey in there.
On top.
Absolutely, honey and
bit of chorizo.
Chorizo as well, or chorizo as they call it.
And this is a great starter. This is a great.
You're international
lunch.
tonight, aren't you?
Paella.
You do a lot of travelling.
Yeah.
No,
I just got back from Cornfield, got bit by a donkey. That's what this plaster's all about. If you're thinking, what's he got that plaster on for? I genuinely got bit by a donkey.
You'd think it was a terrible chef incident.
Yeah, no, it's donkey bite. Yeah, they're quite dangerous.
Oh, that'll be.
Oh, you.
I mean, it's wrong, really. but
Mucky.
Yeah.
It's wrong, but it's right. Oh, look at that.
And it's perfect. And that can be a sharing plate. That can be, you know, just you for your lunch. And of course, so easy to do the bacon if you want to do it with sausages and blankets are gorgeous to dip in there. Or I like just, you know, the little cocktail sausages, the little ones you take on a picnic and you can get a nice big tub of them. They're brilliant in
Dip
here.
those and you can have them
Yeah, and cocktail sausages, I don't like them cold, but I like them cooked.
Do you?
Yeah, I like them because they're just tastier.
Yeah.
The air fryer just makes everything so tasty. We are hugely busy. We've still got twice as many people ordering as stock already sold. You need to check your baskets through. If you want this, it's a market-beating price. We honestly didn't think for a minute that we would have stock updates because we had a vast amount of stock. This is one show of many, we hoped, but actually over a third of the stock has gone in this first hour. You can buy elsewhere. It's Tower. They've been going over 100 years. You've got a 3-year warranty. You just need to register online with this. Tower is so good at designing products that just do exactly what you want them to do. And you've got Tower price there. They've got a great discount on $129.99. Freeman's got a really good discount, $149. You can go to Argos and Currys. They're all places you shop and know. £120, nowhere near our $98.99, and you can split the cost with us as well. So actually $34.98 is the first of those 3 payments. Do go for the recipe books, just £5 extra in your basket. There's loads of inspiration. Because I think people think in an air fryer, we often think it's just chips. But actually, when you get those books, you'll think, oh my goodness, I can do starters, I can do desserts.
They're just at the bottom of the screen if you do want to add those in. That triple pack, 549182 is your item number.
Quick snack, I can do a whole dinner. I do cordon
Look
bleu.
at these. What have you put here?
I've put a little bit of smoked cheddar with peppercorns on the top.
Lovely.
So what I did was once this had finished, now I've toasted our buns in here as well. So these are really nice and warm and toasted, which is great. But what I did was once the burgers had stopped cooking, I just put the cheese, I just put a little bit of cheese on top of each burger and then just put it back into the air fryer, and the residual heat in there then will
restaurant
will
quality, isn't it?
melt
We're like
that.
in a really posh bistro pub.
Put a toothpick in that, and that's £12, isn't it?
Is that the extra two?
Got to have a skewer in it to be.
it's not
you can
dry.
see really lovely and succulent. You can see it's perfectly cooked, but again, so simple and easy to do. I did 2 burgers in 1 drawer. I reckon you could do. Remember, you've got the ability to split that
with
drawer
the
with a
rack,
divider.
Yeah.
I reckon in 1 drawer you'd probably get 12 burgers in there. So if you're doing all burgers, you'd get 24 burgers in this machine. Just gives you an idea of
parties.
Yeah, the capacity. You can really be clever with how you utilise the capacity you've got with this. It doesn't matter if you're cooking 1 burger or 24 burgers in here. You've got the opportunity to do that, which I think is absolutely brilliant.
Don't actually need to be in a kitchen because this could be on a table anywhere.
Well, it's bedside table.
A bedside table, that's it. Just put the breakfast in. I was thinking a student at university.
Well, if you're
not
redoing
great
your
cooking.
kitchen.
Your niece.
Yeah,
she
great
actually,
idea.
Yeah, it's really good for that. But your niece went to university. She hated the kitchen where she stayed, didn't she? She ended up moving out because she hated sharing the kitchen. She hated the mess that people left. That could be in your room.
It's like your
on
mini
a
kitchen,
tabletop.
isn't it? Yeah.
But we've had loads of emails over the years saying, oh my goodness, while we were doing the kitchen up, saved our lives because we cooked all our dinners in
Could
here.
still cook everything that you would normally cook.
You know that you've lost the hob, you've lost the oven, but you can do so much in an air fryer.
You can indeed.
What are we going to do next?
Let's do chips actually, because we showed you them at the start of the show, but I want you to see how easy it is to do these. We're going to do chips in 1. and we'll do some roast veggies in the other
This
as well.
is like me and Hayley. I'd be the chips, she'd be the veg.
Really? So
Yeah.
roast veggies in here. These were pre-done roast veggies. I mean, great things about roast vegetables, they're a great way of using up whatever you've got left over in the base, you know, in the bottom of the fridge.
Yeah.
The drawer of good intention, as we call it. You know, you fill it up with peppers and courgettes.
All those greens.
Wonderful
All those
things,
colours.
absolutely.
End of the week, they're still there.
Absolutely, I'm just using about a tablespoon of oil. Now, I like to use rapeseed oil. It's British, which is wonderful. It's higher in omega vitamins, slightly lower in saturated fat than regular
It's a real
oil.
quality
So it's a
oil,
really good one to get, yeah. And we're going to pop those into there. And that's it now. That's simply, we're done, you know. And compared to the effort you go through when you deep fry chips, you know, the smell, and also it's not the safest way of cooking. Chip pan's still one of the UK's leading causes of domestic kitchen fires. This is done. 35 minutes for the chips, 20 minutes for the roasted veg. Max temperature for these, 180 for these, but I'm going to hit that smart finish button, so I know that it'll all be done at the same time, which
The thing
is
I
great.
love as well with things like chips is we can do chips just for two. My mum, you know, she can just do one potato and do chips just for her. Family of 8, you can do chips for absolutely everybody. Rather than, you know, you wouldn't put the big, you know, air fryer, the fat thingy.
Deep fat
Deep
fryer.
fat
fryer on,
The
would
fat
you?
thingy.
The fat thingy, I've never used.
Don't get the
got
fat
them
thingy.
still?
Oh, a lot of
If
people.
you,
How
and
dare
also,
use them.
if you...
Goes worse
they're
than
so
that, the chip pan.
smelly, yeah.
The chip pan's
But
more dangerous.
you know, deep fat fries, chip pans are so smelly. If you've got one and you don't think it smells, everyone else does. I break it to you. You've gone nose blind, Beryl, because... they stink. They really do. It gets in your hair, the soft furnishings, it gets absolutely
And it's
everywhere.
like it's greasy everywhere, isn't it? All the tiles seem to be greasy. It's greasy on the curtains if you've got curtains nearby.
Now, the other great thing about this machine is it's really simple, it's really straightforward to use. The controls dead easy for you to control. And once you get it home and you have a little play around with it, dead easy, isn't it, Joe?
So simple and easy to use, yeah. I mean, it really is very intuitive. I'm just going to put these veggies on now for 20 minutes. 2 different times, 2 different temperatures here, but because I am hitting that smart finish button, then pressing start, I know that I don't have to do anything else to that now. I know that the machine will completely take care of that for me.
And they've thought of everything, Tower. It's so compact. You've got a really great dual air fryer, but it's going to take up about 35% less space on your work surface. So you have got a small kitchen. You can still have an 11-litre air fryer. That's our air fryer, really wide. Look how slim this is. So it's not taking up loads of space. Yet you have got 11 litres, 5.5 litres in each of those baskets. But then they will then be separated to give you 4 different layers.
It makes it so versatile. The fact that you could have one drawer for the vegetarians, one drawer for the meat eaters if you wanted to.
I love the controls.
6 preset functions where it sets the time and the temperature for you, so it's ready to go. And you've got a manual mode, so if you want to set the time and the temperature, you can do it that way. You can join the 2 baskets together so that they finish at the same time on different times and different temperatures.
Clever, isn't it?
Or you can actually have it as one huge air fryer.
So you could be air frying, you could be grilling, you could be roasting, you could be baking, you could be doing different things at once. It's like having a double oven, but a double oven as air fryer. And you could be doing different things like grilling something and then actually at the same time roasting something, but you can set it so the machine will judge when it needs to turn the second basket on, because it's not all going to cook at the same time. But Tower have designed the Vortx so you can press a button, that match button, and it will make sure it all finishes cooking at the same time. No more putting something in the oven and thinking, what time to put time to put the chicken in the oven? Should I start the veg now? And you start the veg, and then you're like, oh gosh, the veg is nearly cooked, and the meat's not ready, or the meat's really cooked and the veg isn't ready. It's all cooked perfectly because Tower have designed this so you've got one button that'll make sure it switches off at the same time.
That's another great point. It's from a brand that you know and you recognise. You've probably got a Tower product in your home. Look at the variety of food that you can cook there. The cookies, the baking in there is spectacular, and the pastries were gorgeous. But things like fish, low-fat chips and roast potatoes, a full English breakfast that's partially demolished that you see over there.
Every time we turn our back, a bit of it has disappeared.
That
We don't know where
bacon
it's
in
going.
the camembert, that is the future, I'm telling you right now.
And camembert, how many of you don't cook camembert because you never get it right in the big oven?
Yep.
It's always lumpy, you're always putting it back in and then it just seems to take forever. And then you're having to put the big oven on just for a camembert. My mum's like, I'm not doing a jacket potato just for me in that big oven. And the oven, that takes, how long does your oven take for the red light to go off? Is it 15 minutes, 20
Well,
minutes?
you tend to put it on and walk away, don't you? So
yeah,
it could be there
seems to take forever, doesn't it? And the kids are starving. As soon as you put your food in here, no preheating, you press the button, it's instant heat. And this isn't everything, but the majority of foods that you're cooking here will be cooked in here in 20 minutes or less. And your main oven wouldn't even actually have switched its red light off to say you can put the food in. And we actually listened, can you remember when we were driving into work one day? And on the radio,
I know what you're gonna say, yeah.
They did on the radio,
randomly they did on the radio, they tested an air fryer against a normal oven, and they were just cooking chips, just oven chips.
Couldn't see it,
couldn't
you
see
could
it.
hear it.
Bit random.
The person at home was doing it in the oven, because obviously in the studio they couldn't have an oven,
but they could have
the air fryer. And obviously in the studio their food cooked before the oven. In the home,
they'd finished cooking the chips before the oven had reached temperature.
Yeah, the red light hadn't gone off, so they hadn't put the food in. They actually cheated. They put the food in, but the red light hadn't gone in, and it hadn't cooked because they'd only just been able to put it in. But in here, cooked beautifully. And whether you want to use just one basket, whether this is just for one person, this is the air fryer to go for. Because when you have family and friends round, you've got capacity for up to 8 people. But you can use just one basket. Perhaps there's 2 of you, you can use the 2 baskets. But this is the way to go. Because when you've got a single air fryer, you do think, oh, I wish I could do more in it, because suddenly you realise I can cook everything in an air fryer.
Yeah.
And so many people say, I don't use my big oven anymore.
This is why it's so versatile. This is why it works for everyone. But it's also the price, why hundreds of you have got it in baskets right now. Less than £100 for this latest technology, a stacking dual air fryer that we've got for you. Our usual price, almost £300. The offers that you can see there from Tower, 130, just shy of a penny. At Freeman's, 149. At Argos and Curry's, 120. We've got it for less than 100, less than 99, £98 and 99 pence. That's £34.98 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. Add it into your basket, 440910. Easiest way is always the website, shopontv.co.uk. Been really busy on the phones. If you've been waiting on the phones, we do apologise. If you can go to the website, please do. But if you're on the phones and you're waiting, they will get to you as soon as possible.
And we've still got twice as many people ordering as stock we've already sold. Lots of you going for the books as well. There's a set of 3 books. Put those into your shopping baskets. Details just at the bottom of your screen. That'll give you loads and loads of inspiration. If you're looking at things, on the tabletop there, thinking, well, I remember that I can do that. I can bake. I can roast. It's like I'm deep frying. I'm doing chips, but they're low-fat chips, but they taste just as good. Roast chicken, definitely the first thing you should try. And perhaps it is a day where you invited everybody round for a barbecue and the heavens have opened. Bring them in the house and you can do as many burgers, as many sausages as you like, and they will taste just as good in my mind as they would have done if you'd have done the barbecue. Perhaps you've got kids' parties, perhaps you've got children, grandchildren to feed, but then you can do a whole posh dinner in here. Do your starter, your main, do your dessert.
You'll stop using your main oven, I think.
Hand on heart, we very rarely turn our main oven on, and my mum very rarely ever puts the main oven on now, and my mum hates change. And when I got on an air fryer, I thought, oh gosh, I don't know if she
wasn't keen at first, was she?
Oh no, but oh my goodness, absolutely loves it, and loves the fact that she can just do chips for her, just one potato, and do some roast potatoes just for her, and do it from fresh, but doing it in here. She'd never put, as well, in a jacket potato in here. She'd never put the big oven on just for a jacket potato for her, and it used to kill her to put the oven on just for a meal for her. She'll even do the ready meals in here. So whether you're cooking from scratch or whether you're doing the easy things, it is brilliant.
You've got to get it in your basket right now. Hundreds of you there. If you want to make sure you get it, confirm your order and check your basket out. Over a third of a huge stock already gone. 440910. This is why you buy it. It's so versatile. It's the latest technology. It's from Tower. Remember, the dual layer. It's one on top of another, so you're even saving space on your worktop.
Even a small kitchen, like Joe was saying, perhaps you've just got sort of one countertop, and instantly you've got space for a 11-litre air fryer, because those baskets is 5.5, but then you can actually separate the baskets with the rack.
You've got the rack, so
and
you
you've
can
got
have
4 levels.
4 layers of cooking. The 6 preset functions set the time and the temperature for you. You can adjust the time and temperature if you use the DIY mode, the manual mode that's on there. The Vortx is brilliant. It ensures that even cooking
No
throughout.
soggy bottoms.
Yep.
And
Crispness all around. And this, less oil, faster cooking, air frying, baking, roasting, grilling. It's such a versatile bit of kit, and it's less than £100.
And you saw the asparagus on the bottom there, and asparagus is beautiful, broccoli is beautiful in here. Oh, Brussels sprouts are gorgeous.
Oh, yeah,
in an
crispy
air
Brussels
fryer.
sprouts, bit of
Mushrooms
pancetta.
are amazing. Camembert, whether you're doing picky bits, whether you're doing a lunch, whether you're doing a snack, whether you're doing the kids' fish fingers and chips or chicken goujons and chips, it will be there for you every day of the week, and you'll use it every day of the week, I would say at least once, and saving up to 70% with energy as well, because you're not having to preheat this, instant heat, and it cooks faster.
It does indeed, and I love the fact that, you know, you saw it right there in the video, didn't you? The energy savings on this are amazing. And also the time savings. I just want to quickly show you, this is a packaging for some of these spring rolls we're about to do. So in the oven, 12 to 14 minutes. In the air fryer, 8 minutes. So
Brilliant.
it goes to show you, we say up to 30% faster. It goes to show you that is not taking into consideration the preheat time as well. So you're going to save yourself another 15 minutes at least on top of that, and this is consistently what you see for lots of things that you
Loads of packaging now has the times,
more
doesn't it?
quickly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For the air fryer.
In here, I'm just going to pop both of these on for 10 minutes, and what I want to show you is how we can synchronise both machines together to do the same thing. So what I can do is I can turn this on now. Rather than I'm going to do 200 for 10 minutes on both of these, but rather than do one and then do the other one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the match cook. Super match cook. And then, when I then press DIY, you can see I'm actually controlling both of these now together at the same time.
Okay.
And then what that means is I don't have to program one, press start, program the
Join
next
them
one,
together.
press start. So you can either do the super match cook,
Super match cook.
the match cook. That's what you should have called it. Do the match cook, or you can do that intelligent finish cooker as well. So it's completely up smart finish. That's
Smart
it.
finish.
We
Intelligent
love
finish.
a smart
It
finish.
gets with this time of the night, honestly, I start to sort of...
Oh,
I don't think we started.
You were like
very
this at
well,
1
to tell
o'clock,
you the
to be
truth.
honest.
No,
Indeed.
before we came to where we weren't particularly good.
What have we got now? Oh, it's dessert time.
Because again, look at how...
Kieran, our director's not going to be happy
These
again
are-
when I eat these.
And then what we've got is some sugar and cinnamon here as well. So I'm going to pop that onto there.
And do you know what I would have done?
Oh,
the chocolate, I'd have put it in a little ramekin and warmed it up.
You're all right. You can do that.
Absolutely you can as
I
well.
love that cinnamon sugar.
Do you? Cinnamon? Let's
Cinnamon?
just quickly get that and then I'm
And
gonna...
sugar.
Oh, they smell.
Look at
Oh,
that.
they smell so good.
I think I might have to try that.
I think you might, and then pass it along.
I think you
It's
should.
definitely a sharing plate, that.
That's mouth-watering, isn't it?
Do you mind if I double dip?
Double dip, go for it.
Not at all. We know you very well.
You do the talking, we'll do the eating.
So whether you are doing a dessert, whether you are doing a snack for the kids, whether it is just some fish fingers, or whether, honestly, get the books, because there's so many things you won't think you can do in an air fryer, but you can. Are you trying to be, oh gosh, who are you trying to be?
Tasty, aren't they?
It's for you. You can talk now. Go on.
You do need to check your baskets through. I'm hugely busy tonight. We had so much stock, we didn't think for a minute there'd be stock updates, but over a third of the entire stock has sold out and gone. If you want this, and you're thinking, is it a good deal? Well, have a look elsewhere, have a little look. You can see we've looked elsewhere. Tower, and they've all got discounts because regular price normally £300. So Tower have got a great deal, £129.99. So you've still got a really good deal. With Freeman's you have £149, and definitely with Argos and Currys, all places you know, £120 there. But with us, $98.99 is your price, and you can split that cross price with PayPal Pay in 3, so $34.98 first of 3 payments. Do go for the recipe books if you want inspiration. They are just an extra £5 in your basket, and honestly, if you're using an air fryer for the first time, perhaps you're cooking for yourself for the very first time, those 3 books, one of them has got loads of sort of takeaway ideas, one's got quite traditional, even like coronation chicken and things. And then the main book that's normally £11. Oh my goodness, vegetarian snacks.
All
There's
these sort of
so
dinner time
much.
ideas and that as
Yeah.
well, isn't there? And loads of things in there that you wouldn't even
You'd never
have thought
think.
about cooking in an air fryer. You know, they really are versatile. I know a lot of people bought them back in the day for things like chips, but you can bake, roast, grill, replace shallow frying. You can defrost, you can toast, you can do everything your big oven will do and more with this.
If you want the recipe books, details just at the bottom of the screen. 549182 is your item number. You will get 3 recipe books for £15. The main deal, however, for the air fryer is on your screen. Hundreds of you have gone for the deal already. Still hundreds of you with these in baskets. 440910. Look at this. Talk about takeaway. That looks gorgeous.
Yeah, so these are just some little minted lamb kebabs that we've done in here. Really, really lovely, really quick and easy to do. Just on some flatbreads with a little bit of salad. Again, really straightforward. And I love the fact that, you know, if we were grilling these, they're sort of spitting, aren't they?
Yeah, the mess they
going
make,
off. They make a
terrible.
lot of mess. With this, it's all completely contained,
yeah.
which is great. So it means that it's a real sort of nice, easy, fuss-free way.
Is that just for
of
you?
doing this.
That?
Yeah, it is just for me. I'm just going to put a little
Your
bit.
nighttime treat.
Just going to put a little
Take
bit.
away your dirty sticks.
We'll put that in my burger. We'll charge £12 for. I'm just going to put a little
That
bit
was a
of
joke,
yogurt,
Hayley.
over the top of there as well, just to finish that off. But again, a really quick, easy, simple thing that you can do in there that's really fantastic.
Brilliant.
So just again, oh, they're hot though.
I'll put it in your burger. Look.
Oh, amazing! Thank
There you go. £12, please.
Oh, that is hot.
They
Indeed.
smell fabulous.
But really lovely, quick and easy to do. So yeah, things like kebabs in here. Any kind of meat is amazing.
And
whether
we
it's, you know,
ready make those, but you can buy those sort of
You
everywhere.
can make them yourself, you can buy them already done, it's completely up to you. And all of those foods that you want to eat this time of the year, you know, if it is just a quick salad with a couple of chicken breasts, or maybe it's going to be a whole roast chicken with some potato salad, and you know, I love that, some crusty bread, I love those kind of dinners, but you're not inspired to make them this time of year because you don't want to put the big oven on a lot of the time.
Hot, yeah.
With this you will, because it's fast, it's easy, it's convenient, it's everything that you look for really in the kitchen. But the other great thing about it is it delivers on results time and time again, and if you're not a great cook, you're going to love using this. It's got to be the most sort of straightforward way of preparing entire meals, and we are talking about entire meals because you've got the dual drawer technology, but then remember you're also getting the dividers as well. You get 2 of these.
These are clever, aren't they? Yeah.
For each one of you get 1 for each one of your baskets, and essentially all that happens here, ignore my dirty spoon, what happens here is this just slots onto the inside of that unit, and what it means is you can split the space inside horizontally, so you can actually do 4 different foods in here at the same time, which I think is just absolutely genius.
It's great for layering, isn't it? The fact that it makes it even more versatile. You can set the time and the temperature to whatever you want it to be. Those individual baskets, remember, you can use them as separate air fryers, or you can join it all
You can
together.
cook for 1, you can cook for 2, you can cook for a family of 4, 6, a family of 8. It is just so versatile, and it allows you to do, whether you're doing, you know, the whole dinner, or whether you're doing a starter and a main course, whether you're just doing chips, you fancy some chips, but you know chips aren't good for you because of the oil you use a tiny amount of oil. So these chips are low-fat chips, but they taste like chip shop chips. And honestly, you'll get so much inspiration. If you're going for the book, you will do those easy sort of dinners, but then you will get more sort of clever with this, whether you want just a burger for the kids, or whether you want quite a posh dinner, you want to do some salmon, you want to do some roast vegetables. It's all done in here. And Tower have designed it so it sits very beautifully on your work.
Well, it doesn't take up as much space as
We've got a dual one, but it's like the wide one that was there a minute ago, so 35% less space. Yet it's still 11 litres in total.
And it'll still fit under the countertop. Those racks that we talked about, you saw there, you can have 4 levels of cooking all at the same time. Yet the controls are really easy to operate. 6 preset functions, and that means it sets the time and the temperature for you, and you just walk away. However, you've got your manual mode on there, so if you want to alter anything, you can do that. No compromise on taste. That rapid air circulation ensures you get an even cook all the way through the machine.
And the lovely thing, whether you're air frying, whether you're grilling, whether you're roasting, or whether you are baking, it does
The cookies
lot.
are amazing.
And it does a perfect finish for everything. I think for baking, because you'd set time and temperature, and it's the exact temperature, so different to set your temperatures on the oven. You're like, is it 180, is it not? And if you are doing completely different different cooking times and different cooking temperatures. One oven is no good, is it? Because then you're trying to judge what should I put it on, because one thing should be 200, one thing should be 180, and you try and put it on 190 and nothing cooks right. So this allows you to have those 2 layers that allows you then to have one temperature at the bottom, and you could be roasting in there. You could be sort of grilling in the top, and that's another temperature. You can have them at different times and different temperatures and different ways of cooking. Or if you think, well, actually, it's a whole dinner, I want it to finish all at the same time, press the match button and it will do exactly that. It will know to start the one basket off first that takes the longer time, and then it will know when to turn the second basket on, because it will make sure that they both finish it
They
exactly.
align, yeah.
So no more putting something in the oven and then like, oh God, what time I didn't look at the time. What time did I put that in?
So you end up overcooking one thing.
Should I start the veg now?
Yeah.
And there you do, yeah. Something's finished and something's not cooked, or something's burnt and still something's not cooked. It will all be cooked absolutely perfectly. But then if you're only cooking for one, you can just use the one basket. It's brilliant.
It's so clever, it's so easy to use. It's the latest innovation when it comes to air fryers, this stacking design that you see there. It's a great capacity inside, up to 11 litres, because you've got 2 5.5 litre baskets, remember. But like Hayley just said, if you're just cooking for one and the smallest of portions, it's going to be great for that. Also great if you're just using it for the kids' lunches, the chicken nuggets or the goujons that you want to cook really quickly, the fish fingers. Brilliant for that as well, rather than putting the big oven on. But it's under £100. Under £100 for this latest technology. 440910. It's from Tower. Upon registration, you get a 3-year warranty as well. Price-wise, it's absolutely spectacular. If you've got this in a basket and you want to make sure you get hold of it whilst we've got it on the offer, confirm your orders now. Tower, £129.99. Freeman's, £149. Argos, £120. Curry's, £120. The fact we've got it less than £99 for you. £98.99, and that comes down to £34.98 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. But it's not yours until you confirm your order.
And we've still got twice as many people. We've still got so many people ordering. You do need to check those baskets through. We didn't expect stock updates tonight because we had a lot of stock and we didn't start live until 1 o'clock, but that stock has absolutely flown because of the price, but actually I think because of the design.
And the food.
I mean, you're thinking, my goodness, it stacks on, that was going to go into my kitchen, or perhaps you're a student and you hate the kitchen that you're cooking in. This could just be tabletop cooking, and it could be in your room, it could be in your bedsit, but allows you to do so much. It's so versatile. And food-wise, I mean, we're only going to touch on what you can do in here, because you virtually can cook everything you'd normally put in the main oven.
Absolutely.
And a lot of things you'd regularly do on the hob as well.
Absolutely, you can. It is sort of a one-stop shop when it comes to cooking, which I think is absolutely great. These spring rolls are done in here. Spring rolls are fantastic because, you know, when you do them in the oven, they just don't look like they've been deep fried. These look as though they've been deep fried, which is amazing. You can see they're beautifully golden brown, really perfectly crispy and crunchy as well, which is fantastic. So try frozen spring rolls from a supermarket because they are amazing when you choose to do them in here. I've got something else as well. We're in a bit of a frozen food section here at the moment.
Oh,
Fish and chip bites.
Oh.
So they're mushy peas, and so it's fish, potato, and either curry sauce or mushy pea, and then it's like battered. So they're like a little mouthful of fish and chips. Yeah.
Oh, they'd be good for a little party.
A little canapé, yeah.
You could put them in a little
chip canapé.
A little cake thing.
What?
You could put them in a little cake.
Oh, a cake case, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Oh, a cupcake
On the
cake.
side.
Yeah, oh, that'd be good.
Tartar sauce.
I'm going to throw those in and pop those on. We're going to go 200 degrees here. For these.
Our director Kieran's not
15
convinced
minutes.
with this
No,
one.
what if no, I don't mean with flowers on a thing.
No, I don't. It's not the cake thing he's not concerned with.
He's concerned about
the whole
fish,
concept.
the mushy peas and the potato.
But
I quite like
Is it
the
mushy
we have
peas
fish
or
chips
curry
and
sauce?
Fish and chips and mushy peas. So they either have mushy peas or they have curry sauce. It's not mushy peas and curry sauce.
And is it a surprise? Or...
Well, they were in 2 separate packets.
Oh,
but I've
no,
mixed
it's
them
a
up.
surprise for us.
Yeah.
So it is a surprise. It's a surprise for us.
Well, we're
These
through
are,
that.
I love things like this, picky bits. And it allows you, when friends
Here's your favourite
come
picky
round,
bits.
I love these.
These are great, aren't they?
You can do a few picky bits quickly, but they cook in the main oven again.
Great start
one side
to
will be cooked, one side won't be cooked. And with this, it's crispy all the way up. They smell fabulous.
They look so good.
Perfect.
And
don't
like you
they?
say, it's that deep fried
super
finish,
hot.
but without all the fat and the oil. Because how many times do you bite into something like that and it's full of oil?
Grease, isn't it? Especially if you've not, cooked it up. The oil hasn't been at precisely the right temperature, it's all sort of soaked it up.
Absorbs
You can
into it.
hear how crispy those are when you're eating them. I think you would, if you gave them to someone, they would never know that they're not deep fried, because that is what it does. Air frying is able to replicate what we achieve when we deep fry, but without all of the calories, because of course oil, one of the most calorific things we have in our diet, and we immerse our food in that. So of course it soaks a lot of it up. Around 25 to 30% of things that are deep fried can be oil, whereas with this it's that superheated air that is doing exactly the same job, and there's no calories in hot air, which is wonderful.
Of course, yeah, brilliant.
I'm
Another
full of hot
bonus. You are full of hot air. It's true. We both
There's
are.
lots of calories in it. Now, you do need to please check out. It's been lovely to have your company. It's been great to have such a good deal as well. But what you've got really, I think, is the top of the range of air fryers.
It
Because
is
of the
the latest technology when it comes to air fryers, because of that design, because of that stacking design. There are machines out on the market that are hundreds and hundreds of pounds that are this kind of design. The fact that you can get it today with us less than £100, and now something like a full English. If you had a few people round, how great to be able to do everything in one go, Joe.
Oh yeah, I think you could easily do a full English for 6 people comfortably in here. I'm not talking about doing bits of it in here. I'm talking about doing the entire thing in here from start to finish.
And you could still sit and talk to everybody because you put it in,
You're not having to
walk
watch
away and
it,
leave it. You're not watching over pots and pans. And we even as well put baked beans into a little ramekin.
Nice.
Put those in.
Yeah. You could do some eggs in here in a little ramekin if you wanted to as well. But this really does show you the simplicity of air frying, because unlike doing this on the hob where you'd have to constantly have your eyes on it, with this we're just going to load this up, set the machine up. We're doing 2 different times and temperatures, but the machine's going to make sure everything is done and ready for us at the same time. So I'm just going to pop these in over here. So I'm just going to go 20 minutes on the sausages at 180. That's my top one there. So I'm going to go DIY and knock that down to 180, and then we'll go 22 minutes on that. And then our number 2, we're going to have max temperature there on number 2, but we're only going to have that on for 10 minutes. So again, really simple and easy to do. I don't need to worry about coming back and turning the other one on, because I press start, smart, finish, then I hit start, and that's it, all completely taken care of for me.
And then walk away and leave it, and that is your full English cooking whilst you're chatting with friends. You'll hear it ding as you need to go back and serve it, and that is the job done. And not all the mess to clear up.
Yeah.
Because a full English can be lots of different pots and pans.
And the
oven
splattering
and
of the
metal,
fat and the oil. And again, using no oil or fat there, are you? You haven't added anything.
No, nothing at all to that. A tiny little spray of oil, just to make it sure it goes nice and sort of crisp and golden. The other thing with this as well is that, air fryers, everything we tell you, essentially with an air fryer, if you can cook it in an air fryer, you can cook it in all air fryers. The thing that's so great about this is the fact that you've got this innovative new design. So what it means is that the drawers are stacked on top of each other. You remember when we launched a previous workplace, a double drawer air fryer for the first time. I mean, it was just ridiculously busy. And they were sort of the ones that everyone wanted for a while until this style came around, because what we'd normally have is you'd have this drawer on top beside the other drawer, so they would be side by side, which is great. Revolutionised the way we air fry, because it meant rather than doing a bit of a meal, we were able to do entire meals, 2 separate things. But now having them on top of each other, it means that you're getting counter space back. It's going to be taking up about 30% less counter space than a comparable machine if it was side by side.
And it'll still slide under cupboards, won't it, if you've got cupboards on top as well?
It will, yes.
And we're so limited on space, aren't we now? I think even if you've got a bigger house, the kitchen space, the countertop space, that's the fact that you've got a machine that's so well designed that's not going to take up as much space.
It's compact, but it's still 11 litres, 5.5 litres.
I know what you'd call it. It's like a TARDIS.
It is like a TARDIS, especially with those extra trays, because now we've got 4 levels of cooking. You could be doing the kids' meal on the bottom, you could be doing yours and your partner's meal
different meals,
on the top. There's preset functions as well, so if you think I can't remember how long to do chips, just press the fry button and it'll do it. That Vortx, that air technology, makes sure that it browns and it crisps all the way round. No soggy bottoms. Cooks 30% faster faster, and also at the same time 99% less fat. And whether you're grilling or air frying or roasting or baking, you can do it all. And if you want to use any of your bakeware, your roasting dishes, anything you'd normally use in the oven, you can use in your air fryer.
all your regular dishes.
And even though they're cooking at 2 different times, you can press that match button and it will make sure they finish at the same time. So no more are you in a situation where something's cooked and something's undercooked. It will make sure it's all cooked at that same time, saving up to 70% energy as well. Originally, when we bought our air fryers, it was a healthier way of cooking. We were trying to be healthier. We liked our chips. We liked our roast potatoes. But we wanted to cook in a healthier way. And a potato isn't fattening. We have a jacket potato because it's good for us. But as soon as you put all that oil on it, that chip is really fattening because the oil's got thousands of calories. So use the smallest amount of oil. It's the only time you'll use oil is for chips, roast potatoes, roast veg.
Just the spray oils.
So they're all low fat chips, low fat roast potatoes. And that's originally why air fryers were so popular.
But no compromise in taste when you do that.
No, it tastes like a chip shop chip, but it's actually an air fry chip. But then what happened when energy bills started to really go up? We all started thinking, hang on, I'm not putting that big oven on. A big oven's like 2,000, 3,000 watts a power. I've got to heat it for 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes before even the red light goes off.
Like I said, you forget, don't you? You put it on and you walk away. And
you're wasting that whole oven of heat and energy before you even put your food in. Most things that you're looking at right here, apart from the big chicken, will be cooked within 20 minutes. And I bet your oven takes 20 minutes to heat up. So you could cook most foods and dinners in here before you'd even put it in the main oven because it still hasn't, the red light still hasn't gone off. So super quick. But hand on heart, the reason you will use this, and actually when energy costs went up, sales of air fryers, I think they increased by about 2,000%.
It was thousands of percent.
Crazy. Yeah. But you'll use this every day because it's quick, it's easy, but actually because the food tastes so good.
There's literally no compromise on taste. So simple, so straightforward. Whether you're a family of 1 or a family of 8, this is going to be great for you because you can put the smallest amount of food in there. Yeah. You're not putting the big oven on, so you're not worried about how much energy you're using.
Do 8 jacket potato, do 8 jacket potatoes.
You might want to do the kids' lunches, the fish fingers, the chicken nuggets. It'll do it in such a quicker amount of time.
My mum does cheese on toast in here. It's delicious.
Yes, yeah.
And she used to put the big grill on. The whole room was really hot. The grill, it had spat everywhere. The cheese had dripped everywhere. In here, shut the door. That's all you need to clean is that container. And the non-stick is incredible. But honestly, cheese on toast in here is brilliant.
But you need to get it now because so many of you have gone for it already. Hundreds already purchased, hundreds still in baskets. Please confirm your order and make sure you get this home and see how it'll change the way you cook.
And get some inspiration as well. If you are buying an air fryer for the first time, honestly, there's things you won't realise you can air fry. So we have got a set of 3 books and they are fabulous. Paul that has written these books, he's written them so they're so easy. You follow pictures. There's actually a list of the sort of shopping that you need, the shopping list, and then it talks you through exactly what you need to do. And that could be sort of takeaway meals or those sort of takeaway dinners. It could be traditional things like coronation chicken or even doing soup in your air fryer, or vegetarian or vegan. The books cover everything.
And it is a set of 3 books. Now, one of them we normally sell for $10.99. You're getting all 3. You see that triple pack there, and next to the microfiber cloths, you get all 3 of them for £15. As Hayley was saying, breakfasts, starters, mains, desserts, lunches.
The desserts will blow you away. You'll think, really, I can do that in an air fryer?
Things you would never think of. So £15 is your price. If you want to add those in, 549182 is your item number. Great inspiration for you if you want to go for those. But the main deal...
It's only a £5, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're adding it into your PayPal basket.
And they're a nice gift as well if you know someone that loves their air fryer. Because anyone that's got an air fryer, we went out that day and we sat by a table of ladies and we were going to that Christmas
It was in a restaurant, wasn't
show,
it?
weren't we? And we sat there with Mum and these ladies go, have you not got an air fryer? They're going to each other. Oh, that's all I use. Don't use the main oven.
Air fryer gossip.
We wanted to record it because it was brilliant for TV. Because the ones that had got the air fryers loved them. We're going, you must get an air fryer. Yeah. And my mum was like, oh, I don't know if I'd use an air fryer. But when energy costs went up, we got one for Mum, and she hates change. She loves it. She does dinners from scratch. She actually does, the takeaway, the ready meals in there as well. And she doesn't use a big oven now. She only uses her air fryer and absolutely loves the results, love the fact it's so quick. She hates putting the big, she won't. if she was, she wouldn't do a jacket potato just for her, full stop, because she'd have to put the big oven on. And she's not wasting that big of. I'm not doing
All that
I'm
energy.
not putting a jacket potato on just for me. She's like, but she'll do a jacket potato. She'll do a snack for lunch. She'll do a whole dinner in here, and
you will as well. Yeah, you'll be the same. Price-wise, a brilliant price, less than £99. If you buy it elsewhere right now, the offers are great. Tower have got it at £129.99. Freeman's at £149. Argos and Curry's at £120. We've got it for less than £99 for you while stocks last. The stock is absolutely fine. $34.98 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you use PayPal Pay in 3. And if you have not shopped before, just add it into your basket with the item number 440910 is your item number. And easiest way is always shopontv.co.uk.
And whether you're getting this just for one person as a couple or whether you're getting it for a family, the great thing is the footprint is just a single air fryer, but you've got the capacity there when you want to do other things or friends and family come round. So even if I was just a person on my own, I would buy this. We've got a dual air fryer, there's only us two, but we use both baskets all the time, don't we?
Yeah.
And we use it every day of the week.
And you are, I remember you are getting the dividers as well.
Yeah, so it's
it means
even
that if you want to
better
turn
than
that into 4 separate spaces, you've got the option to do that, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So again, brilliant for if there's just one of you, or if there's 6 or 8 of you on occasion, you're going to have the option to cook that many portions, which is great. So in here, what I'm going to do quickly is, again, I'm just going to show you how we did those cookies.
We've still got as many people ordering as stock we've already sold. You must check those baskets through this time in the morning. Fabulous.
That's raw cookie dough then that we're going to put in there. 12 minutes.
And can you buy it like that?
You can buy it like that, or you can make it yourself. Yeah, so you buy it chilled.
Yeah, you can, can't you?
And it freezes really well.
Yeah.
So if you want to make your own, make your own.
They even do things like the croissant.
Roll it into, yes, they're
dough,
great as
don't
well.
they?
Make it up yourself, roll it into a log, and then you can just cut it off frozen, the bits that you want.
Yeah, my niece does that.
And it's
So even though we're cooking, I've got to shake that top one, there we are. Even though we're still cooking in number 1, that's been set completely separately to this, what I'm now going to do is I'm going to press number 2, and I can program number 2 completely independently to the first one. So we're going to go, we're going to just pop this onto 160, so I'll take that down a tad. And then we're going to put this on for 12 minutes, and then I'm going to press start. So you could be using the top one, then decide you want to use the base one, and you can program them independently.
You might be doing your dinner in one, and now you're doing your dessert, so you just whack it in at any point. Yeah.
And again, if you want to, you can program them so they're both on the same time and temperature. You can have them on different time and temperatures, but press that synchronise, that smart finish button, so they will be synchronised and they will finish together at the same time. It's got so many options when it comes to using this. Remember, you've got the preset functions, things like fries, wings, steak, veg on there, or you can set the time and temperature yourself. I think it's from 40 degrees up to 200 degrees Celsius. Okay. An air fryer is when you're using an air fryer, if you are amending something that you would cook in your regular oven, you would normally put it at 180, put it at 160 in your air fryer, because it's almost kind of comparable to, when you went from a regular electric oven to a fan-assisted oven, and how it browns more quickly. It's the same for your air fryer. It's sort of the next evolution of that, really, that again, it's going to brown even faster than a regular fan-assisted oven.
And a lot of things now have got the air frying temperature on, haven't they?
Yeah, a lot of the food you buy. Did have a question in from Nathan. Hi, Nathan.
Hi,
Nathan was asking about, do you need air extraction when you're using it? You don't, do you?
Absolutely not, no. I mean, unlike the hob, where it's spitting and you've got a lot of sort of residue oil in the atmosphere. That's why you have an extractor, to take that oil out of the atmosphere. You don't have that with this. They've got filters built into them as well.
It's not like the old deep fat fryers.
No,
used to be really smelly and
it's
really
not even
smoky.
like having your big main oven on that really heats up the kitchen.
Well, what Joe said earlier, that was a great point I hadn't even thought about. In this because we're getting really intense heat and we're not ready for it. You don't want to put that big oven on, do you?
No, absolutely not.
It adds to the heat in the
kitchen. It really does. I mean, it pumps the kitchen full of heat, doesn't it? You have got filters in here as well. You don't do anything, you don't take them out, you don't clean them, you don't worry about them. But what it does is it stops you getting that sort of fat haze. So if you are cooking something that's particularly fatty, you're not going to get that fat haze in your kitchen, which is great. And actually, I think it cuts down on smells a lot. When we're cooking things like fish and heat, you wouldn't necessarily know that we're cooking fish
in the studio
when you come into the studio. So brilliant for that. Great if you are like me, you've got an open plan cooking, cooking, dining, and socialising. No. Relaxing area.
Living area.
Living area. That's the one. If I cook like a bacon...
Don't know what you go up to in that area.
Very relaxed. If I fry bacon in my kitchen, I smell it for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
Really
absolutely,
nice.
yeah.
But in here, you don't get that, which
It's encapsulated.
that filter in
And
there
you've got
is gonna help me
space for a
stop that.
smaller kitchen as well, because it is so compact, because it's dual this way rather than that way. It allows you to have a small amount of space, but the capacity is like
Absolutely.
it's so cleverly
It
designed.
does, it ticks all the boxes. We're talking about up to 70% less energy, up to 99% less fat and oil compared to regular ways of cooking when we compare it to things like deep frying, up to 30% faster. I mean, I think it's even faster than that.
I do.
That's talking about cooking times. When we then start to factor in preheating times as well, comparing it to using something like an oven, most people's ovens are around 15 minutes to heat up. This is so much faster than that.
And the other thing, it's not really noisy. We've got, how many machines have we got going? Three on the go, haven't we? Yeah.
At the moment.
It's not a really noisy machine either, so it doesn't overtake the kitchen. You're just looking at some of the variety of food, and you get perfect results every time. Sweet potato fries you just saw there, chicken goujons, and then you think about things like cooking salmon in there.
And it's fun, you can do so many
chips.
things together
Yes,
as well, can't you? Chicken and chips, you could do lamb chops and roast potatoes, you can do steak and jacket potatoes, camembert and pigs in blankets. You could be doing a starter and a main, you could be doing a main and a dessert, you could be doing the kids' meal on the bottom basket, you could be doing yours and your partner's meal on the top basket, you could be doing just a snack for lunch, you could be doing fish fingers for the kids, you could do cheese on toast for you. It's so versatile, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. We're talking about doing everything that your regular oven will do and so much more. Yeah, so many things that you then do in a hob. It will replace shallow
And
frying for you.
quicker and easier.
Of course, it
and
will replace deep
tastier, I
fat
think.
frying too. You know, there's loads of different things. You know, it's only the tip of the iceberg, really, what we can show you in, a couple of hours.
Yeah.
But no matter what style of cooking you're into, no matter if you're a great cook or a terrible cook, everyone can utilise an air fryer. You know, they are one of the easiest ways of cooking out there, and a great, safe, self-contained way too. And I think someone was having a conversation with a friend a little while ago and said, what is it about an air fryer that makes it so easy to use? And I think a lot of it is, you know, if you're cooking something in the oven, say I've got those cod bites in a roasting dish in the oven and I want to check on them or give them a shuffle, I've got to find a cloth, open it up, get the roasting tray out of the oven, then give them all a turn, then I've got to put the roasting tray back in. With this, you literally take the handle, you shuffle it, and you put it back in.
Yeah.
It's such an easy way of cooking. I know that seems like a silly idea to buy an air fryer. You know, what's the hassle in taking a roasting tray out of the oven? But when things are easy to use and they are fast and they give you great results, you come back and you use them time and time again.
The majority of people with air fryers say I don't use the big oven. I use the air fryer every single day of the week, and you use it because it's quicker. You use it because it is less fat. You can cook 30% faster, 99% less fat, and you can cook in so many different ways. So whether it's air frying or grilling or roasting, or whether you are baking, it's brilliant for baking. It's allowing you to do that quicker. It's allowing you to do it in a healthier way. But honestly, I do think it's tastier. And you could do two different things, different temperatures. Press that button, which is the match cook function, and they'll finish cooking at the same time. Do a whole chicken. Let that be the first thing you cook, because
You just did a
do a whole chicken.
A labubu do. I'm desperate for a labubu. I'm just putting it out there. If anyone wants to send me one, I'd love a labubu. You've not seen a labubu?
Oh, is it those little...
The little bag charm doll things.
They're funny things.
I mean, there's a shop in Manchester.
I don't think you're allowed to ask for them like that.
Well, I mean, I shouldn't ask, but I would like one. They're very hard to get hold of.
I would like a Bentley, but...
I'm happy with a labubu.
I think Joe's got more chance than you, dear.
Yeah.
Now, can you just give us a quick tour around the machine, because it's really easy to use before the end, because we are running out of time.
And stock, 40% of the stock has gone, but we've still got so many in baskets. We had so much stock, we were like, there won't be any stock updates today. We're not starting till 1 o'clock, and there is so much stock. This is going to be for shows. That actually 40% has gone, and so many more in baskets. Check your basket through. One of the best things you'll ever buy is an air fryer.
It really is indeed.
This air fryer is particularly
It's the style of air fryer that everyone wants. I'll tell you what I'll do. When those fish and chip bites are done, I'll give you a tour around
great.
then, if that's right. It'll be easy for me to do it on the front one, but I just need those to finish.
We've got lots of stuff to serve up before the end of the show. If you do have it in a basket, like we were saying, still hundreds of you there with them in baskets. Please, if you want to make sure you get it, confirm your order and check out. If you are waiting on the phones, again, we do apologise. If you can go to the website, please do. shopontv.co.uk. The operators will get to you as soon as possible if you are waiting on the phone. Yes.
And shop chips, but without the calories. Because normally you'd put loads of oil. You'd put those into loads of oil, and all of a sudden that potato that's quite healthy is really calorific.
Absolutely.
Whereas now it is a low-fat chip, isn't it?
And you saw how much oil I put on there? About a
Tiny
tablespoon, yeah. So again, around 3 to 5% fat. Anything less than 5% fat is considered low fat. So it really is a very smart, healthy way of cooking. If you want to, look, I think sometimes we all do this thing, don't we, where I'm going on a diet, like literally won't even lick an envelope, like, you know, it's just, you know, it's just rabbit food and
we
water
go to
and nothing
excess,
else.
don't we?
Absolutely, and it's not achievable. And you know, you look great for about 25 minutes, and then boom, you're off the wagon. You know, for me, it's that man on his little blue bike. Do you have the man on the little blue bike where you are?
What, in your head?
No.
I don't know.
So
what
there's
you're
a delivery service. It sounds like a kangaroo.
Oh, yes.
The man on, it's always ever so lovely. when it
Oh,
turns
there's
up.
lots
There's nothing
With
you
a little
can't-
blue bag.
Where I am, on his little bicycle.
well then-
there is nothing. There's nothing you
I think
can't
our
get.
bikes are orange. Oh, that's the other one,
That's
isn't
the
it?
other one.
The other one.
Very thick
Yeah.
wheels, those bikes.
Let's not get into that. What was the point of this story?
Got very thick
Don't get us started on this
wheels.
thick
Thick
wheels.
wheels.
Why the
Illegal
thick
A
thick
lot of them have
wheels.
got really thick
We haven't
wheels
got
that go
time
very-
to talk about those bikes. What was the point of the blue man? Anything?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, Kieran's
That wasn't the point, Kieran, but
Oh,
thank
no,
you.
it's not.
What I'm
Making up his own story.
We'll go with that because we don't think about it. It tastes better and it's quicker.
I remember where I was going, but I can't remember the
Don't
larger
worry, we're
point,
running out of
so-
time.
We haven't got time for you to
Tell us
finish
about your
that.
vegetables.
So I've done some veggies in there.
And they're roast vegetables, but they're low-fat roast vegetables.
They are. What is
Didn't
great
they do a
is-
test once? Wasn't it a family?
Oh, here we go
And
again.
they
Fat families.
yeah, and they were trying
Imagine
to
if they made
work
that TV
out.
show
yeah,
now.
you'll be able to do
No,
it,
you
would
couldn't do that.
But they would, you know, why they didn't eat healthy, and it's because they added so much oil onto. They put a bit more
to
on.
everything.
Well, I just put a bit more, and we do that, don't we? When
Yeah.
you do roast veg, I
Lugging
just
it
put a
on.
bit more
Yeah,
on.
absolutely. I think
and
you
that's
don't-
calories and calories.
When you
and calories.
think about what you've eaten, you don't think about the 300 calories that were in
No,
the
it's
olive
not.
oil.
It's veg.
Man,
It's
do
really
you?
good for you.
Absolutely, it is. And with this, you can see, again, nothing you're ever going to cook in here, you're going to cook with more than a tablespoon of oil, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So that's our roasted veggies done in there. What do we have
Still
over
got
here?
lots
Do you
more on the
remember?
go, haven't we?
Oh, we've got our
Have we got another breakfast?
in there as well. We're
Another
taking
full
that out
English.
in a couple of moments. And then in this one here, we've got our fish and chip bites coming out
have.
in just a
Ooh,
second
now these
as
are going
well.
to be interesting. And what is interesting is we've had a really busy night and we've got a market beating price. We had a lot of stock, didn't expect stock updates, but that stock is depleting really, really quickly. When we do sell out and you've got this price until the stock has gone at $98.99, you can buy it elsewhere. It's normally £300, so everywhere has got really good deals. You've got Tower, they've got it at $129.99, Freeman's $149, Argos and Curry's, all places you know, £120 at both of those, but not $98.99. Don't kick yourself and think, why didn't I buy it from Shop on TV? We also allow you to split the cost if you're buying it on our website. So $34.98 is the first of those three payments. We've been busy on the phones. We have had queues on the phones. We do apologise. They will get to you as soon as they can, but if you can get onto the website, that's the best place to go. And still got as many people ordering as we've already sold, and it is thundering towards 3 a.m. and loads of people going for the book too.
Yeah, we've
the
got
books.
a triple pack of recipe books, of air frying recipe books for you. If you want to go for that, it's a brilliant deal on those. You get all three for £15. Normally, Air Frying Made Easy, well, we're selling it today for $10.99 on its own. You get all three for £15 if you want to go for that. You can see the item number just at the top of the screen.
And the
there
air
for
frying
you.
and more, that gives you sort of ideas for the takeaway meals. And you could do it, you know, your takeaway meal in here in an instant. And then you've got the hot air frying. So that'll give you more traditional things, like you've got the chips on the front there, but coronation chicken, even soup and things like that. Air fryer made more. Oh my goodness, vegetarian, vegan, you've got snacks, you've got lunches, you've got starters, you've got mains. It's only an extra £5 in your basket. That is so well worth buying, because I think there's so many things you'll think, oh, I can't do it in the air fryer. And when you see these books, you're like, oh my goodness, would never have thought about doing that in the air fryer.
So 549182 if you want to add those books in. We are running out of time. Do confirm your orders and check your baskets out. Oh, now these are your
We're gonna have
fancy
to cook
fish
in.
and
Now you can tell
these.
which one has got curry and which one's got
yeah.
thing, because one of them
I think
look
that's
a bit
a curry
green.
one.
That's a curry one, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll cut into this.
Let's have a look.
Oh,
Oh, that
Look.
smells good.
nice, look, fish
Oh.
and curry sauce.
That looks good.
Really lovely. I'll open a mushy pea
They
for you
do
because I know what
these
you're
sort of things
thinking.
at posh weddings,
They
don't they?
do,
So
like a
do.
little canapé or a nibbled up.
Oh, look
Oh,
at
so they're on the
that.
top.
Yeah.
Look, they look
Oh,
good.
no.
Nice,
They look
aren't they?
good, yeah.
And again, really lovely and crispy in here, like they've been deep fried.
I'll
which
try
is
them, but
great.
they're super hot though.
They are. We'll let those cool down just a little bit. Let me just quickly give you a tour around the machine.
Yeah,
then.
because really easy to use. And
Last chance now.
Whether you're buying this for just you and there's only you, whether you're a couple and it's just for a couple, or whether you've got a family of 8, this is the right air fryer for all of you.
Yeah, it really, really is, especially at this price as well. You know, other brands, air fryers of this style are in excess of double this price.
Yeah,
You
hundreds,
expect
yeah.
to pay that. So what you'll get, this is the interface that you've got on here, all fully touchscreen, which is amazing. We turn that on, and then essentially you've got 2 completely separate 5.5 litre air fryers. So we've got number 1, which is the one at the top here, or we can program side number 2. So if we program to side number 1, you've then got your different preset functions. So fries, wings, steak, veg, bake and DIY. That allows you to set the time and the temperature yourself. So if you were doing fries on this side, it's going to give you 200 degrees Celsius for, I think, 20 minutes is the preset time on that one. You can check the preset time yourself. So if you want to do fries on one side there, but then on side 2 we were going to do veg, different timings. As long as you press that smart finish button and then start, it will hold one side for you. So it's really simple and easy to use it in that configuration. At the same time, maybe you want to do chips for 6 or 8 people.
Yep.
What we can do is just hit match cook, and then all we're going to do is, as we're programming one side, it's going to program
Great.
both sides for us
Clever.
at the same time. It is, and that's everything you need to know about using this. I mean,
Yeah.
it really is as simple as that. The other thing, of course, you've then got the option of doing is using those dividers in here as well. So you've got those horizontal dividers which allow you to split the space vertically, so you can, of course, essentially double up the amount that you would be able to do conventionally in an air fryer basket of this size. So it really, when you want it to have a lot of capacity, you know, we were talking, what did you say, 24 burgers maybe in
Yeah.
here? I would say,
If you've got the kids'
I would say
party.
40, 50 sausages in here at the
Yeah.
same time if you wanted to. It really does have an
And perhaps you're
incredible capacity.
going to have a barbecue, weather's changed. Doesn't matter, you can do really tasty food indoors in this, but you do need to check out those baskets. We've got so many people still on the phones at this time in the morning.
Great.
We've had lots of queues on the phones through the night, and we lost 40% of the entire stock in 2 hours, and it was a big amount of stock. We weren't even expecting stock updates tonight, but still so many of you, as many people really ordering now as we've already sold, so please do check those baskets out. And you could be making yourself right now
All
a
in
full
one.
English in an instant.
Look at the bacon.
And
the
we
bacon's
walked away, we
perfect.
left this, and it's cooked itself, hasn't it? Without standing over a hob and different pans spitting everywhere.
And not loads of oil and fat that you've added to it.
Loads of
It's
things to wash
drained
up.
the fat
Yes,
and the oil
that's true.
away from the food. You've still got time to add it in. 440910. Remember, upon registration, you get a 3-year warranty from Tower, and it's only it's less than £99. Take advantage of PayPal, paying $334.98 on your first of 3 payments. You can still add it in. 440910 is your item number. And if you're thinking, is it a good price? It's a great price, but we've got to say a huge thank you to the main
It's
man.
been a pleasure, as it always is.
What a deal,
As
Joe.
always,
Another great
absolute
deal as
pleasure.
always. Thank you, Joe. See you very, very soon.
I hope so.
Our resident chef here at Shop on TV. Like we were saying about the price, well, look what you will pay elsewhere if you want to go for this machine.
And they've all got great great deals on. Normally the price is £300. Tower, you've got a discount at £129.99. Freeman's £149. Argos and Curry's best deal there, £120 at both of those. All places you know and you've heard of, but with us, £98.99. It is a price only for the stock that we've got, and a lot of that stock already in baskets and sold, but lots of that stock still in baskets. Don't kick yourself and miss out. It will be, hand on heart, one of the best things you buy an air fryer. But what you've got the opportunity to do tonight is buy, I think, the best design of air fryer from one of the best companies at the best price.
And the faith you can have is upon registration, when you get this machine, Tower will give you a 3-year warranty.
Yeah.
But it's not yours until you check out.
And whether you're cooking for 1, 2, 6 or 8, this air fryer will do it for you. Whether you want to do a whole dinner, whether you want to do a snack, and it all just tastes so much better. So check out your baskets and enjoy. We'll see you later.
See you very soon.